Commerce, 1 2. Commerce and economics. Please write your economics answer. Commerce. Law. Oh, so environmental aspects. So commerce, economics, law. So economics dominates. Political science having that.
Management.
Management. All same. Economics is mother of all disciplines. So don't bother about the language. What matters is what we discuss. My first attempt is to group you. No. So there are people who are awarded. Please write your answer. Only one awarded. Doctors. So 2 are awarded. Okay. Those who are submitted for an award of degree. No. So the second group is not there. Only first group is awarded. The third, okay, make this a second group. No. So the second group should be those who are about to submit. Only 2. Okay. Those remaining are in progress.
Yes.
That's the third group. Fourth group is those who want to pursue research. They want to do research. They don't know still. So they should learn from you both. So I will now request from each group to write the titles on the board. The titles of the thesis. Not all. One. So let us see, they will explain to you. It's a kind of action lesson, hands-on. They will explain to you what the title contains, whether it is second data, final data, literature, right. So they will explain to you, we will comment, I will also comment. Like that, you will spend 2 hours. Different aspects of embedded research. Questionnaire, interview method, all these things are there. So let me go to those who are awarded. Ladies first. In what way? White board. That is there. Yesterday we were in Haveri, you will not be surprised. This is a smart classroom. Smart classroom. There is no pen, only board is there. There is a marker text, thin marker, there is no text. Your hand also is there. Smart class. So we are used to that old boards, chalk pieces. So Muslim time, ಯಾರ ಕೈ ಚಾಕ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರ ಪ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಧೂಳು ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅವರೇ ಟೀಚರ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಬದುಕ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅನ್ಸ್ಕೊತಾರೆ. ಆಚೆಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಖುಷಿ ಕೊಡೋದು. ಈಗ ಅದೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Title of your thesis. ಚಿಕ್ಕದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗ ಬೇಕು.
NGOs at poverty elevation.
Right. You assume that you are addressing your own students.
ಈ ಸರ್ಕಾರೇತರ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳ ಒಂದು ಪಾತ್ರ ಅದ್ರ ಬಡತನ ನಿರ್ಮೂಲನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅದ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು.
ಎರಡು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಪಿರಿಕಲ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಟೈಟಲ್, ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಎಂಪಿರಿಕಲ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಯು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟೈಟಲ್? ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಯು ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. This title, she has done a very good, nice one. So, what are the empirical aspects that you find? You can collect data and do this. You will first. Empirical ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕ್ಷ್ಯಾಧಾರ. Okay, good. ಹೇಳಿ ಏನು ಸಾಕ್ಷ್ಯ ಇದೆ?
ಪಾವರ್ಟಿ ನಿರ್ಮೂಲನೆ ಮಾಡುವಲ್ಲಿ NGOಗಳ
ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಂಪಿರಿಕಲ್ there? ಇದೇನಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾಧಾರಿತ. ಏನು ಸಾಕ್ಷಾಧಾರಿತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್?
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಥೀಸಿಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ಹೇಳಿ, ಏನದು ಸಾಕ್ಷ್ಯಾಧಾರಿತ? ಏನದು ಏನಿದೆ?
ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅದು SHGs self help groups.
See, your title is very clear.
Yes sir.
It's a good title. ಮಿಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಲ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ. See, you should also observe titles here. So title is very, very important. Please. Please. Music.
Sir, madam told that she sits at practical classes. Then I say that the bag
If
is
you want to smile, you also tell me also. So the title is a very clear title, except that word role. Role of NGOs. All of the so those who want to do research now, those who started research, please observe titles. Title is very, very important in research. When you select a boy of your choice or girl of your choice, should be very clear about the person whom you will marry. Similarly, the title of it is also. This is an index of an entire research. 250 page research in your thesis. By reading this, you will understand what is the research solved.
More titles, general, please observe this.
There are two parts of titles.
1 second. Titles, please avoid abbreviations.
Yeah.
See, NGO is an abbreviation, short form of the this thing.
Non-governmental.
And also and is also an abbreviation. So please don't use abbreviations in the titles. Okay, avoid them.
So, Kannadi iddage.
Elleru ashte.
Please remember, I will tell you, title always have two parts. Title of a thesis should have always two parts. You see, up to this part is one. Role of NGOs and
In poverty alleviation.
This is Poland. Poland should come. This is the first part of your. That is, she is telling about the role of NGOs in poverty alleviation. We don't know what is that. Up to the first part. The second part is very clear. It's case study in Dhara district. She is going to study. This is very important. Second part. Case study in Dhara district. This is a general title. NGOs and poverty alleviation is general title. NGOs is a subject. Non-governmental organizations. One, so many things are there. So secondly, subjects are, so many things are there. See, NGOs, poverty, alleviation, Karnataka, Dhara, these. ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಜಾತಕ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಜಾತಕ ಅಲ್ಲಿದೆ. Thesis title is very, very important. Nowadays research, empirical, it should have always two parts. Poland ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು. The Second part tells you where exactly you are to study. So it was a pure empirical research. Pure empirical research. I will tell you the NGOs, with regard to poverty alleviation, he has gone to NGOs in Dhaka district to discuss with them their role in the alleviation of poverty in this. Empirically she has gone. Face to face ಹೋಗಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, you have gone to them, discuss with them, questionnaire ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ, interview ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ, you have collected data on the poverty alleviation through NGOs. That the second part is sampling all about the NGOs. Then we understand NGOs in data. How many you met?
Bharati Agro Industries Foundation by
Only one. Okay, that's fine. So if the problem is, so two things are important, the title and your so case study is the best important. It gives us a spatial dimension. See, somebody say, they say, in empirics you cannot generalize. Karnataka has 30 districts. 30 districts are there, Karnataka. By studying Dhaka district, you cannot generalize for the entire state. So that's why she has put case study. It may have some impact on other districts, but not exclusively. You cannot say that in all 30 districts NGOs are very good or NGOs are very bad. You cannot say that generally. But this study may give some idea about the role of NGOs in poverty alleviation. So this is an empirically tested research. It can be questioned. It can be questioned. So ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಪೇಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ದಾವಣ ಸ್ಪೇಷಿಯಲ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಇದು ಟೈಟಲ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ನಾಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಪುಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಧಾರವಾಡ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ case study in the state of Karnataka. Because your study is going to have some spread effect on other parts of the state or other parts of the nation. Because you assume that you are gone to field, collected data, tested them, analyzed them, did a report, may have some impact on the other regions of the state. Dharwad need everybody knows Dharwad, please district. Gadag is part of the Dharwad here. It may be there. Somebody has come from Gadag district. Name. See through it. So that this is a very good example of the title itself shows that she has done an empirical study based on data collected primarily from field, having face-to-face interviews or through questionnaire, all those things. Okay, the second one is second group, awarded second group. Yeah, we have.
Their title. Suppose if the title is like this, how is it? How is it now?
You can read it.
Role of NGOs in poverty alleviation, a case study in Dharwad district Study in Harvard district of Karnataka.
What is the difference between both titles? What is the difference in the titles? How will you
So you compare which one better. So like that you have to decide the title. Okay. Don't decide by the student or the guide together. Both. You have to consult other faculty members in the same department and also in the related department. To consult the faculty whether this title is correct, okay, or it needs any
This is
change.
more focused. Here more but more focused. Instead of making Karnataka there, you are putting NGOs and power relation, direct relation. This is cause and effect related research. Cause and effect. Cause and effect.
So we are going to this shows separate. This is something different. It won't show any relationship. Here it shows the relationship. There is a relationship between NGOs and power generation. What is the relationship? These others.
You have to explain.
So this is the title with respect to women empowerment through self-help groups, a case study of Shivanna district. This is once again the empirical studies selected for the Shivanna districts, 7 talukas, for our cluster analysis. Each talukas will be going to make a respondent from the self-help groups, and based on that we are understanding the women empowerment, whether it is socially empowered or economically empowered and politically empowered.
How many groups you are studying?
Uh,
Each cluster.
Each cluster we are taking as the 50, sir.
50.
No, 50.
That is 350 groups.
350.
And this is
No, 400 is there. The 50 is not properly responded.
not bother. 50 is a big number. For your PhD work,
Please,
you collected data already.
yes, great.
Award.
Alone?
In 2015.
Only you alone collected data?
No, sir. We and based on the various investigations. Too difficult, sir. Too difficult to collect.
Not
the
possible
data.
to individual.
It's not
So
possible.
it will be the help of others.
Yes,
Right? Others, who are the others?
there are some our own research scholars there. We have a questionnaire and we will go for the different talukas.
But you did not go to.
They also do. They also do. Same thing.
So there is another way of effective research. Not individually, kind of group research. Okay. Anyway, this was interesting title. If there are problems with it. Any problem? Can you identify? Please. Thank you.
Yes, please.
The award is already don't bother. Can you identify or whether title is correct? Irritate ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ title. ಏನಿರ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲಿ at least there are 2-3 concepts are there. Women, again disagree. Empowerment, self-help, case study, anyway. You compare the first title of the presentation and this way. What is missing here? What is missing here?
The role of women empowerment through self-help.
Roll up.
The role of women empowerment. Role of
No role here.
Sir,
Here the empowerment is the ultimate end.
self-help groups through women empowerment.
Yes, sir. Whether it's empowerment through self-help groups or self-help through self-help groups.
Role of self-help.
Role of self-help in empowerment.
Impact of self-help groups.
It affects women from women university. What is missing? There is cat and
Category is not missing, sir. Directly they have.
self-help groups through empowerment, empowerment through self-help groups.
So they have done something.
Their objective is empowerment. That is the women empowerment. So that happens conceptually, he has argued that through self-help groups. So what is the cause and what is the effect here? Effect is women empowerment. Cause is ಇಲ್ಲಿ self-help groups effect ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Self-help groups effect women empowerment is cause ಆಗುತ್ತೆ text. So reverse ಆಗುತ್ತೆ sir take. ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವ ಬಿಲ್ಡರ್ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ.
So you're collecting the data from the self
See,
groups?
that's fine. It can be interpreted.
No, sir.
Don't worry about it. It can be interpreted. But here, for the understanding of issues, the women empowerment is the final object of the thesis.
Yes.
So that has not come later. It happens through formation of self-help groups. Otherwise, it will not be empowered. The cause should come first. The effect is the concluding one. So empowerment happens through our reading corrected. ಇದನ್ನ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಿಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ is missing. The first title, second title, she brought the case study specifically from Dharwad in the state of Gujarat. But here only Shivanna, nobody knows which part Shivanna.
Particularly outside Karnataka.
Bangalore University, I was a doctoral complete member for some 160 students. Two different sites. A study in Bangalore. Solid waste management, a study in Bangalore. In those different cities. In Bangalore, there are two Bangalores are there. Bangalore Urban, Bangalore Rural, now Bangalore North, Bangalore South. So you have to be clear in telling that what the area of your study. Sure is fine. But he also selected 7 clusters, 7 thoughts. It's a survey research. It's not a, it's empirical research. It's based on survey because you have involved others. So whatever data comes not only from directly from me, it comes from others who have gone to field, collected data, and reported to you. But we don't know, or he himself doesn't know at the time of research whether the data is correct.
No, we will do it direct service.
I am using your study for example.
No, sir. There is a Edapuditaya, Vice Chancellor, Mangalore University. He will go to make it as the finally.
In survey research, what happens?
Sure,
Putting any blame on the research. I am using your study, make some other. In survey research, what happens? You involve people, 10 people. You ask them to go to field, collect data on behalf of you. You give them questionnaire. So they don't collect. But you don't go there. Sometimes you do. We do research. We did 40 gram panchayats in Karnataka last year from Karnataka. We went for some places, not all places. We trusted those who have gone there. We trusted all the persons we are all confident that they have gone and collected data and given it to them. You know, at the time of analysis, Dr. Billow or Dr. Somebody used to come here to struggle to compare the data. Questionnaires are not filled properly. The lot of gaps, all those things are there. So this can add services, but not individual research. In individual research, you go personally, collect data, you will be satisfied. Yes, sir, I have answered. If somebody asks a question in the seminar, you say with confidence that, sir, I have got the field. I have not checked them. I have spoken to them, collected data, analyzed, corrected, everything. That's why I said there is untouchability relation. So, with confidence first. He had his own confidence to understand data that's correct. But my final comment from you, whether empowerment is taking place?
Yes, sir, it's empowerment. Various the small scale industries will be grown up through self-help groups. And
Yeah, now they are proud of this.
No, not
More than a crore. More than a crore. Yes, sir. Anyway, that's fine. Thank you. Third group?
Now, title, what do you mean by case study?
Yeah, case study.
What do you mean by case study?
So they identified a problem on the particular individual or the company or this thing set they have they have worked on that. They have took it as a case.
An incident may be there. A special incident may be.
No, it's not law case.
Anyway,
No. Self-help group is the cause. Okay? That is the cause. It will lead to something else. ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇಂದ ವುಮೆನ್ ಎಂಪವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ವಿ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಆ ಬದಲು ಏನು ಬರಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು
ಕಾಸ್ ತಾನೇ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು
ಕೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ
you have to study the cause, no? Self-help groups. Then we will relate it, whether there is empowerment happened or not happened. That's gotagutte. So we have to study the self-help groups. So a case study of self-help group anta irbekalva? Atho a study of self-help groups anta irbekadu alva? Adu barbekkana something like that. Case study of not Shivamogga district, not Bagalkot district, not case study. A study in Shivamogga district. Shivamogga district ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸೊ ಎ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಇನ್ ಅದು ಓಕೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಎಡಗಡೆ ಬರೋದು ಎ ಕೇಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಅದು ಕೇಸ್ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ. If you study only one self-help group, you can use the case study. If you have more than one self-help group, no need to use the case. Please remember that. So keep the entire. If you selected 10 or 20 or 400 self-help groups, you use the word a study. So a study in Shivamogga district of Karnataka. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸಾಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. So suppose ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗೂಗಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಟಲ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಆಂಧ್ರದವರು ಹರಿಯಾಣದವರು what is this Shivamogga district, where it comes, which student he studied this ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಒಳಗಡೆ ನೋಡಕ್ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ಟೈಟಲ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕ್ಯೂರಿಯಾಸಿಟಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಇದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಕೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ. Please use the word non prakara. A study in Shivamogga district of Karnataka. Hello. So please think over all these things.
Sir, ನೀವು cause first ಬರಬೇಕಂತ is it the rules cause first ಬರಬೇಕು
ಆ ತರ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ರೂಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಸಿ ವಿಚ್ ಒನ್ ಸೂಟಬಲ್.
then there is cause and obviously sir
ಅದೇ ನೀವೇನು ಕೋಳಿ ಗಾಳಿ
ಚಿಕನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್
ಚಿಕನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೊಟ್ಟೆ ಫೈಟಲ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ ಮೊಟ್ಟೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕೋಳಿಯಿಂದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ಮೊಟ್ಟೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕೋಳಿಯಿಂದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಮೊಟ್ಟೆ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೋಳಿಯಿಂದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿ
ಸೊ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದೇ ತರ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. Whether it conveys correct and exact this thing.
ಮೈಸೆಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ತಿಂಗಳು ಬರೀ ಟೈಟ್ಲ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 5 ವರ್ಷ ಹಾಕಿದೆ ಟೈಟ್ಲ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ಒಂದು ತಿಂಗಳು ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಟೈಟ್ಲ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ತೀಸು ಟೈಟ್ಲ್ ಬರೀತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ನಾಟ್ ಪಿ ಎಚ್ ಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 1918 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. This was in fact title of the thesis. ಏನ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ನಾನು ಫೈನಲ್ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ ಐ ಫೈಂಡ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ 2 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಸೇಸ್ ದಿ ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ತಾಲೂಕು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟಿಡಿಬಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇತ್ತು ಈಗ ತಾಲೂಕು ಪಂಚಾಯತ್ ಇದೆ ತಾಲೂಕು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ರೋಡ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಆಫ್ ತಾಲೂಕು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ I came to know I came to know the mistake on the day of my submission. I came to know the mistake in my title on the day of my submission. Tomorrow morning tonight 9 o'clock I came to know the mistake. Tomorrow morning I leave to Mysore submission. Suddenly somebody found out the mistake in my title. English yake mukhya.
So the impact of Taluka Development Board.
ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸರ್ ತೊಂದರೆ impact only one in yes not. The first part should be general. Role of boards, not board. Board becomes a case study.
Single.
Second part, single. A case study of a board in Karnataka. One from board study. Understand? Political knowledge, politics, somebody Madhugiri pakkane. So by guide somebody in hostel, yes, there is no plural either. It cannot be singular. That's the general part of the title. There are 175 color boards for that. 175 TDBs, 171. Case study. It's a very specific. Is it general? It's a deductive approach. Researcher approach is deductive approach and inductive approach. Deductive is general to the particular. Inductive is particular to the general. So it should be boards. ಜಾಗನೇ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಟೈಟ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ. ಪೆನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಎಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪೆನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು ಮುಚ್ಚಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ. ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೈಲಿ ಬರೆಯೋದು, ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಸಂಜೆಲಿ ಒಂದು ಎಸ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು 12 ಕಾಪಿ ಹಾಕಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ರಾತ್ರಿ 12 ಗಂಟೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 7 ಗಂಟೆ ಬಸ್ ಹಿಡಿಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು ಮೈಸೂರು. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇಟ್.
We cannot change directly like that. There is a rule. Whenever we want to change our title, we have to go to the registration.
Except two, you can change. One is you cannot, once approved, once registered in the university, you cannot change title of the thesis. You cannot change the objectives.
The
But
title was already.
things you can change. Research gaps you can change. Research questions you can
Title
change.
cannot change.
Hypothesis you can change. But except these two. Please remember that.
Title cannot be changed once registered. You have reapplied. So my problem was the application was correct. Boards only. And the title of the petition, this is board mark, only is missable. Type is missable. So it was third group, please. Third group is those who are progress.
Yes, progress. So who was your guide, sir?
Huh?
Political science, sir?
Is it your exams?
No, sir. I mean, I was their guide, sir. Who was your
Yes, sir.
My uncle was your professor.
Who?
Mustaq Khan.
Huh?
Mustaq Khan.
Mustaq Khan. From where?
KD was HOD.
No, I'm from Isaac. My grade was Professor B.S. Bhargava is there upstairs pressing me. Panchayat. He was called father of Panchayat and people told me you are a bit of son. The North Indian. Papa, grammatical English. Yet more to my
Recently changed matter, sir. Mine was issues and challenges of MSc of North Carolina. Now they have adapted this theory, sir.
Technology helps you. Singers, they use mobile. Singers, they use mobile and sing. Question you are enjoying no boat?
Yes.
Going the lady.
Most needed sessions.
ಬೇಡ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ 1 ಗಂಟೆ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಇದ್ದಿದೆ. ಒಂದೇ ಭಾರತ 1 ಗಂಟೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು 1:30 ಹುಬ್ಳಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಹುಬ್ಳಿ. ಸುದ್ದಿಗೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗುಡ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್.
So it's not a direct register ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ?
No, ಇಲ್ಲ sir.
ಓ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Pressures, normative pressures and limiting pressures on North Karnataka universities. Limiting is already institutional theory, sir.
One point they say
For the friends.
An empirical study on the impact of regulatory pressures, normative pressures and mimetic pressures on North Karnataka MSME's performance. A mediation analysis.
Your management, huh?
Yes, sir.
Management is always complex. The title is complex title. How do you read this? Register ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ what is the cause, what is the effect ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ other than very interesting thing. The empirical study on the impact of regulatory pressures, non-material pressures and mimetic pressures on North Karnataka. Full stop.
No sir, North Karnataka, performance of North Karnataka. No sir.
Full stop ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ
No sir, that's not.
MSCP's performance very
Correct. On North Karnataka MSME performance.
ನಾನು ರಿಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು those who want to research now they can tell what you get to
Award
there are
not
two parts of it. What is the first part? Prof would have the first part here.
MSC's performance.
MSC's performance, okay. Should have come first. This is British analysis. Sir,
Empirical study.
very complex technique to understand. Because I should appreciate the guide. See, I tell you, he has used the method here, the empirical study. This is a method. The British analysis was so a method. Okay? These are all effects. Effects, normative is a very normative concept. Your core purpose is
Performance.
MP's performance. What do they learn?
Yes sir, in what I'll tell you sir.
See, pressures are all causes. Regulatory measures, normative measures, will causes will. But what is the impact of these pressures on performance? I don't know, because I am not from commerce. So the understanding will be that you want to understand the MSCP's performance. In what? So the effect is missing. Causes are there. Lot of causes are there. These are not causes. The pressure is a cause. Because of pressure I am performing well at it. Because of parents' pressure I am performing well in SLC is in the 18%. This cause and effect. Performance is always in the effect. So this is a cause, this is a cause, this is only also a cause. Performance better. For what? You are studying them. MSCP full form?
Micro, small, medium enterprise.
Industries.
Micro, small, medium. Okay. What is it? We are struggling nowadays.
Yes sir, we are struggling. Yes sir, we are struggling. So my study, first mine was issues and challenges of MSMEs of North Karnataka. It was like a basic title sir. In that when I had done one paper one, at that time I got to know I had done a qualitative study. In that I got to know there are some pressures.
First
Issues and challenges of MSMEs of North Karnataka.
that should have been better.
No sir. Yeah, that was good. But for my university they told to adapt on theory because if I go on my own theory, it has to be.
Your guide has approved this?
Yeah, no sir. I mean tonight I am leaving to Bangalore. Tomorrow I am getting something.
Still under consideration.
Yes.
Still under consideration.
Yes. In this my paper, in my
So
research.
please tell your guide. Because we cannot spend more time on the.
No sir.
I will tell you. Please tell your guide respectfully that this thesis was wholeheartedly people told in complex title. So there is no cause and effect. There is cause, lot of causes are there. Effect we don't know. Performance is only at the end. So what cause for performance? Whether you want to say that these pressures, whether it is a positive impact on the performance or negative impact on the performance.
Yes.
That is the most important.
Yes. In my study, there is a mediation analysis sir.
That is your approach.
That is a novelty sir. In my study.
That is fine.
Ah.
That's fine. But I am worried about this. There may go other pressures also.
No sir, I'll tell you sir. There is one theory, by name institutional theory. There's an old one, there's a new also. There's an institutional pressure. Actually, instead of using all these three variables, I might have used institutional theory. The institutional pressures on North Karnataka.
Like you discussed with us, you also discussed with other colleagues of your management faculty. You are going to Bangalore. and finalize, make it a simple title. Otherwise, your girl will not accept you.
Married, sir.
You are so married, because you look so complex. Yeah, what is it? I can understand you. Tell me what you are doing, that's what. You are focused with Mayar people. Okay, so next.
Title should be simple,
Short.
short,
Only 2 lines, 1 line.
and it should convey clarity.
Sir, 1 minute, sir. I want to just explain. In
No,
regulated-
stop, sir.
No, sir.
Right.
No, I can set the pause, sir.
Discuss it and third book. We meet separately, we discuss.
Yeah, sir.
Hey, one lesson through your title, they also to understand the title should not be complex.
The labor dynamics in Karnataka, landlessness and agricultural laborers in Haveri district. Labor and
Registered,
laborers.
Registered,
This
awarded.
next.
Submit ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಡ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್
ಮೊದಲೇ ಸರ್ ಏನಂತ ಮತ್ತೆ
ಅದು ಬೇಡ ಅದನ್ನು ಬೇಡ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟೈಟಲ್
labor dynamics.
ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು
Some guide.
ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಒನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕಾಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್
ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಗೈಡ್
ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ತೆಲುಗಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ
ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಲೇಬರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೇಬರರ್ಸ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೈಡು ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಸರ್ ಭಾಳ ಒಂದು ತಿಂಗಳ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಸರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ
ಸಂತೋಷ ಲೇಬರ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರಾ
ಲೇಬರ್ ಸರ್ ಲೇಬರರ್ಸ್
ಏನದು ಲೇಬರ್ಸ್
ಲೇಬರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್
ಅಲ್ಲ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೇಬರ್ ಡೈನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಏನು ಡೈನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ
ಚಲನಾತ್ಮಕತೆ ಶ್ರಮಿಕ
ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತದ ಏನು ಡೈನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್
I think it is ಚಲನಾತ್ಮಕದಲ್ಲಿ
ಓಕೆ ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಲೇಬರ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಲೇಬರ್ಸ್ ಅವೈಲಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಲೇಬರ್ ಡೈನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಸೇರ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್. ಇನ್ನು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ಹಾವೇರಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಲೆಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಲೇಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್. ಅದ್ರಾಗ ನಾವು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಆ ಲೇಬರ್ ಡೈನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಲೆಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಲೇಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಲೇಬರ್ಸ್ನ ನಮಗೆ ಈಗ 3-5 ಜನ ನಾವು ಕೂತು ನಾವು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಅದನ್ನು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದನ್ನು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ ನನ್ನ ಟೈಟಲ್.
Thank you. All the best. Please tell us what is the cause, what is the effect. This is also a complex title. Improvement ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದು ಕಷ್ಟ. ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗಾಡಿ ಇದೆ ಏನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಂಪಿರಿಕಲ್ cause, what is the effect. There are so many ideas are there. Labor dynamics are not all the district, most like the concepts. Conceptually, ಈಗ ಇದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಲೆಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲೇಬರ್ಸ್ relation. What about land? See, agriculture labor, so you language ಇದಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಅದೇ ಡೈನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ನಮಗೆ. ಟೈಟಲ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಟು ಸರ್.
Packing of the labels.
ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಸಂತೋಷ. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಸರ್ ತಾವೇ ಹೇಳಿ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Going to submit.
ಅಲ್ಲ
Simple okay. This is okay. This is general. This is general. Okay. In what detail? Labor dynamics. Plural. Okay. There are different types of labor market. Here. Out of many, he is going to study these two. So this is okay. Labor means is plural. Okay. Laborer andre singular. This is okay. But here, what it going to study another in those five. Hello? What it is going to study another
conditions, employment.
No, it is separate agoitu. This is separate. That means there is this, disjointed anta ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Connection ಇಲ್ಲ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ simple ಆಗಿ a study of landlessness and agricultural laborers in Haveri district of Karnataka. A study. That means he is going to study only these two out of many. ನಮ್ಮ ಸಾರ್ ಇವರು ಟೈಟ್ಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ TDBs ಮೊದಲು TDBs ಅಂತಿದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಫ್ಲೂರಲ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. ಇದು ಫ್ಲೂರಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಇದು ಇವು ಸಿಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸಪರೇಟ್
two groups.
Two groups is going to study. So a study and this is a sakati. A study of landlessness and agricultural laborers in Haveri district of Karnataka. Clarity ಇದೆ, ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಕನ್ಸೈಸ್ ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿ ಚೊಕ್ಕದಾಗಿ ಇದೆ. ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ನೀವು ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಟೈಟಲ್ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅವಾಗ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಮೊದಲು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗೈಡು ನೀವು ಇಬ್ಬರೇನಾ? ಹಾಂ ಕೊಡ್ಸಿದೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಟೈಟಲ್.
One of the serious problems here in university research is only between guide and student. This is the only problem. Our bicyclically, you have guide and you have doctor committee of 5 experts. And also there is seminar with the seminars.
All
Two experts will come.
Faculty, all faculty.
Before seminar, the doctor committee will meet, you have to make a presentation to students. Now online also they make. After that, the doctor committee session, they have to rework on this handout. In seminar, they have to make a presentation. There will be 2 experts other than doctor committees. Jelly educare. Recent time, why was it educare? Yeah, the title.
Actually, that's true, sir.
So titles very clear. Students. Then title repair ಮಾಡಿ ಸಾಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. 2 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗೋದು ತೀಸಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಸರಿ ಗೈಡ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಇವತ್ತೇ ಮಾಡಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಇದು ಶಿವಾಸ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಬರೀ ಗಂಡಸನ್ನೇ ಕರೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದೋಸ್ ಹೂ ಆರ್ ಡೂ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್
ಅಲ್ಲ, those who are going to finalize the title. Now the progress is already registered. Registered.
One lady. What the direct you already in progress ಅಲ್ಲ?
Yes.
Progress ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. Registration ಆಗಿದೆ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಗೈಡ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಅದೇ Answer exercise. Take for the
Very good morning to one and all. I am into research since 2 years. My research title is Sustainable Development Goals and Rural Entrepreneurship, a study of Kittur, Karnataka. Here in the first part we can see that the two variables. First variable is the Sustainable Development Goal and the second one is Rural Entrepreneurship, and the second part is the area which I am going to study. So here the Sustainable Development Goals is the dependent variable and
he explained what is this first part of title, second part of title. I will also say something important there.
Sustainable development goal, as you know that it is an emerging topic, because of that reason there were state studies in our part Karnataka, that's why I have chosen this, and rural entrepreneurship.
What is the cause here?
Yes.
What is the cause?
So cause is rural entrepreneurship, effect is sustainable development goals. Like
Effect
how
has
the,
come first.
yes, that I got it. How the rural entrepreneur is going to contribute towards achieving the sustainable development goals. We being a staying in urban area, we were little bit aware about it. But my studies, I want to study that knowingly or unknowingly how rural entrepreneurs will be going to contribute towards achieving those sustainable development.
Okay, what is the study of Kittur?
A study of Kittur Karnataka is known as North Karnataka. There are 4 divisions: Kittur Karnataka, Kalyan Karnataka. In that I have chosen Kittur Karnataka. Kittur Karnataka is as good as North Karnataka in that Belgaum divisions.
Only Belgaum.
Yes. Instead of taking Belgaum division or North Karnataka, I have taken Kittur Karnataka. It is recently named.
Belgaum is called as Kittur Karnataka.
Yes.
Kittur Karnataka is called Belgaum.
Sir, Belgaum division is called as Kittur Karnataka.
That should have come. A study of Belgaum district in Kittur Karnataka.
A study of or a study in?
Study in. Study of study in.
See, the problem is the study of Kittur Karnataka. Here, study of Kittur Karnataka. What it conveys? You are studying the Kittur Karnataka. There is no relationship between this and this. How? You are going to study this in Kittur district, not Kittur division. Okay? So don't use of. This is use the word. This is different. This is different.
Study in Belgaum district of Kittur Karnataka.
So you are going to collect data, analyze, and write the thesis about this.
Yes.
So it should be in, not of.
This tower is a see, Kittur is a very.
So use of preposition, grammar, important.
Like Kittur is very emotional term. Kalyan Karnataka is emotional term. You are not studying the emotional terms here. There is a Kittur here, but that is not Kittur. There is a Kittur. Kittur are Kittur. So people understand that you are studying in Kittur.
Yes.
Kittur is Tarok.
Yes.
So much confusion for me being in Karnataka. So I study in Belgaum district of Kittur Karnataka.
What's the word distinction? What is your study?
Researcherly objectivity not subjectivity. This is very subjective.
So rural entrepreneurship in Belgaum district is okay.
Belgaum study in Belgaum district of Kittur Karnataka.
No, I will say that.
See, like Kalyan Karnataka, there are 6 districts.
Yes.
Study in Belgaum district of Kalyan Karnataka.
No, so my request is
Kittur Karnataka. Belgaum region.
That is okay.
Belgaum ಅಂತೇನಾ?
Why 6 districts?
ಧಾರವಾಡ ಬರ್ತದೆ. See,
Excuse me, sir. I am studying out of 7. I am studying 5 districts.
Five districts.
Yes.
It is okay. It Karnataka. Okay.
Okay.
ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು?
Sir, we are suppose we will be making a dissertation for income students. Rural entrepreneurship in Belgaum district.
Please speak to Mike.
ಮೈಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
So rural entrepreneurship in Belgaum district for dissertation.
Rural?
Entrepreneurship in Belgaum district.
No, these two first titles.
No, no. No, I said income project dissertation. Very simple. Rural entrepreneurship in
Just Belgaum district.
no, rural entrepreneurship in Tumkur district.
ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
It's enough.
ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಸರ್ ಈ ರೂರಲ್ entrepreneurship in
There is
ತುಮಕೂರು
no only cause is there, no effect.
ಫುಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು.
ಅಲ್ಲ ರೂರಲ್ entrepreneurship in ತುಮಕೂರು a case study of ಮಧುಗಿರಿ ತಾಲೂಕು.
ಅಲ್ಲ. See, general, Tumkur is general. Your Madhugiri is particular. Here it's deductive approach. Empiric person is more deductive approach. You move from general to the particular. In inductive, you move from particular to general. So first part of the title should be always general. The second part should be a specific one. Either case study, a taluk, or a village, whatever that you do. So it should be specific to understand. Other is very difficult. So the last one is the Dharnati guide. Or a clear bit of your
Not at finalized the title. Not at registered, not final.
right to registered. This empirical two parties.
So, good afternoon, good morning everyone. My research topic is shareholders value creation, a study of select listed companies. The selection may be through the BSc listed companies or MSc.
You know this triangle, right?
No, sir.
Here is the title correct.
Sir, another one variable should be added to the title, sir. On which I am going to measure the shareholders value creation. For example, which on particular model application.
Your first part says only shareholders value creation.
Yes,
Huh?
yes, sir.
Value creation.
Sir,
For what?
shareholder.
What is the impact?
Dividends to share value ratio increase ಆಗೋದು. That is the impact.
But there is a relation between the two variables here. The single variable.
Yes, sir. Only single variable is there. Another variable is.
What is the other thing to add?
Yes.
What is it?
CEO announcements or CEO turnover.
Then for second part, study of select listed company. What is listed? Then you added up to the
Yes, sir.
hundred. Say I just study. Don't I don't know.
3,500 companies are there, listed companies.
So I will study all the selected.
In that select listed companies, only 500 and not 500 MSCs.
See, you should have stakeholders creation,
Shareholders.
selected in the listed companies. Second. Then they case study of some districts in Belgaum district or Bidar district.
No, sir. Completely on secondary.
Second data.
Yes.
Whatever it may be, still it's not clear. Yes, sir. Like student.
You can write instead of select, instead of this, you can write
How much?
NSE 500 companies.
Yes, sir.
Instead of selected companies, you can use the term NSE 500 companies.
Sir, not
What is that?
Selected companies is a.
This is okay.
Sir.
This is okay.
Wait.
Instead of select.
Shareholders value creation okay. A study of listed companies. Where? In USA companies? NSE companies or India? Okay? won't convey whether these listed companies of India or USA or Japan. So you should convey the meaning. This is what shareholders value creation. That means those who hold shares of these listed companies. I also have shares of different companies. I expect the company to perform good and to give more dividend every year, and also I expect the share prices to increase so that I will benefit. So that is value creation. One through dividend, the other through increase in share prices. That is value she wants to study. Suppose I have in 20 companies I have shares. Whether my value, I have invested some 5 lakh rupees. How much value it has increased after 5 years or 10 years or 1 year. That is value creation. Title is okay. This is also okay. But only thing is, these listed companies, where, which country, which, that you have to mention.
A study of select NSE listed companies.
NSE companies?
NSE listed
Okay. Or listed companies of India.
So there is another variable CEO. Where is CEO?
Effect is this.
No, you told another variable, right? CEO performance.
Cause these listed companies. Whether the companies are giving me,
Yes, sir.
I have invested, whether I am benefiting from these companies. They gave shares, they are giving shares, they gave shares to the people. Okay? So this is effect.
Yes, sir.
It is okay. Value creation means effect. Ultimate
Yes, sir.
impact.
So your first session brought out lot of confusions, clarity, complexities. Let us have a clean up. Just bring for a plan. Ambedkar School of Economics in Bangalore. Ambedkar School of Economics, no political science. But London School of Economics, political science. Great people are global knowledge. Anyway, so you are forced to airtight ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ನಿರಾಶೆ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ರೂರಲ್ ವುಮೆನ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಕರೀತಿದೆ. Any doubts? Clarity ಇದೆಯಾ ಟೈಟಲ್? ಯೂಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್.
ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಯಾವ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ? ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ.
ಮೇಕಲ್ಲಿ ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಸರ್ ಅದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಫುಲ್ ವಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ತಾಲೂಕು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು.
ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಅಂತ ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಆಫ್ ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ ಅಂತ ಇಂಪೀರಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಇದೆ.
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹೆಂಗಿದೆ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವುಮೆನ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇನ್ ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದೆ ಸರ್. ನಾನು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಮಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಥರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ.
ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದು
ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ತಗೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು
very abstract.
The study itself is empirical. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು we are not doing theoretical studies. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಪಿರಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ 90% ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ. ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 90% ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಎಂಪಿರಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್. ಥಿಯರಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾರು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ PhDs ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದೆಯಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಥಿಯರಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ PhD ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋದು ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಎಂಪಿರಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಟೈಟಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಪಿರಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ?
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಂತಿಗೆ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಆನ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್. ಆನ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅನುಪಾನ ಬೇಡ. ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಮೊದಲೇ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಕಾಸ ನಿಮಗೆ. ರೂರಲ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎನ್ ಔಟ್ಕಮ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಕಾಸ್. ಈಗ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ.
ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೆನ್ಯೂರ್ಶಿಪ್ನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್, ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅದೇನಾದರೂ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೆನ್ಯೂರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇದು, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ನೀವು ಅವರು ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೆನ್ಯೂರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಉದ್ಯಮಶೀಲತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ಆ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವರ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಯಾರೋ ವುಮೆನ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ. ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೆನ್ಯೂರ್ಶಿಪ್. ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೆನ್ಯೂರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸ್ಕಿಲ್. ಇವಾಗ ಇನ್ಫೋಸಿಸ್ ನಾರಾಯಣ್ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಈಸ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೆನ್ಯೂರ್. ಬಯೋಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಂಪನಿದು ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಕಿರಣ್ ಮಜುಮ್ದಾರ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೆನ್ಯೂರ್. ಉದ್ಯಮಶೀಲರು, ಉದ್ಯಮಶೀಲರು ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವುಮೆನ್, ಮಹಿಳೆಯರು ಉದ್ಯಮಶೀಲರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರ ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ಆ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಆಗಿದೆಯೋ ಆಗಿಲ್ವೋ ಅಂತ? ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಉದ್ಯಮಶೀಲರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ.
ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವುಮೆನ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್ಶಿಪ್. ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಆಫ್ ರೂರಲ್ ವುಮೆನ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇನ್ ಜಿಯೋಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕನೋ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಲನ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಇನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಅದು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ರೂರಲ್ ವುಮೆನ್.
ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ
ರೂರಲ್ ವುಮೆನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಾಗಿತ್ತು.
ನೋಡಿ ಏನ್ ನಮ್ದು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕೈ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಇತ್ತು, ನನ್ನ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್.
Sir, in my topic, mergers and acquisition, it is a corporate word, sir. Earnings management by firms involved in mergers and acquisitions in India. This is my title. Here, mergers and acquisition is
register ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ?
ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್. So, mergers and acquisition is a corporate word, sir.
ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಪ್ಪ?
ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬೇಡಪ್ಪ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್.
ಟೈಮ್ ಇತ್ತು ಬೇರೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗೋದು ನೋಡಿ.
ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ? ಇಂಡಿಯಾನೇ ಓದ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
Topic is broad.
ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
Karnataka University.
ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ?
Indian companies. All Indian companies.
ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಡೇಟನಾ?
Mergers and acquisition ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪನಿನೂ MA&A ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ there will be very few companies.
ಅದೇ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ
ಮರ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಕ್ವಿಸಿಷನ್ ಒಂದೀಗ ಕಂಪನಿ ರಿಲಯನ್ಸ್ ಅದೇ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್, ಮರ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎರಡು ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಹೆಸರಾದ್ರು ಅಕ್ವಿಸಿಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಗೋತಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ
All companies don't go for M&As. Very few companies
ಮರ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಕ್ವಿಸಿಷನ್
they go for
ವೆರಿ ಜನರಲ್ ಟೈಟಲ್, ವೆರಿ ಜನರಲ್, ನೋ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೈ ಫರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ mergers and acquisitions in India. पूरा देश में प्रयाण करते हैं या बेंगलोर में करते हैं? कंपनी से होगा या कंपनी होगा?
M&A ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ all companies don't go for M&As. There will be very few companies.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗೈಡ್ಲೈನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು.
Second data.
ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಡೇಟಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಟ್ ಎಂಪಿರಿಕಲ್. You are not going to any.
It's empirical study only.
Empirical, they will come in the area. space,
Second.
Interior data center.
Our slab is connect 2001 to 24.
Yeah, third.
5 years, 10 years.
What the year is 2011 to 2021.
That's the data you are collecting from the
for one decade.
not from the field. You have not built any company.
Planning, sir.
Question
Question.
stage, I think, sir.
No, as of now,
company is not the sample. Listed companies
Companies, listed companies.
yes, company top performing, medium performing, ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಓವರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಜಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅದರ ಬೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸೀ ದಟ್ ಅದರಿಂದ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮುಂದಿದೆ
okay, you have heard from the experts here.
Yes.
You convey to your guide. You also understand. Discuss with your friends in the evening. Solve it. But as of now, it is a too general for the reader. In research, you should also worry about readers. The community which is going to evaluate your thesis or if you publish like that, they are the readers for you. The readers may feel it is too general. I am a reader of your title, I say general. So, fit for second data analysis.
ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಈಗ ನಾವು ನೀವು ನಮ್ದೊಂದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಸೇರಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ಮರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದರ ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅದು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಸರ್
So I am not an expert in that area. I don't know.
Suppose intellectual
ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ನಿಮಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಬರೆದರೆ ನೀವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ
ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ವಾ ಇದು ಮರ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಕ್ವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಅನ್ಸಿಸ್ತದೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್
ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್
how we manage our profit after the mergers and acquisition
ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಇದು these two what is its impact
Impact analysis.
merger means merging up 2-3 companies merging up 2-3 industries ಮೊದಲು ಒಂದಿರ್ತದೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ 2-3 ಸೇರಿ ಒಂದಾಗೋದು that is merging. Acquisition means I have a company, I will purchase one more company, similar company I will purchase. That is called acquisition. So mergers and acquisitions ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Suppose ನಾನು ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಕಂಪನಿದು ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅದು. Suppose after adding few more industries with my company, with my industry, whether earnings has increased compared to before merging and acquisition or comparative study. But
the studying management sir, how you are sharing each other sir. Management profit
earnings ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ
earnings management sir.
ಅಲ್ಲ management is
sharing sir between us, between the companies.
Earnings manage ಮಾಡೋದು.
earnings share ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಾ
Not impact on earnings, not impact on the earnings after the
the companies they every year report their profit.
share.
They will report their earnings. So how they manage those earnings? That is what my
management sharing of earnings or what again
yes sharing
between
sharing and reporting. Sharing plus reporting both.
reporting to who
Reporting.
Suppose after merging and acquisitions, there are 3-4 companies merged together.
Companies, they report.
Whether earnings have been shared, how earnings have been shared between those companies. Ada ಏನು?
ಬನ್ನಿ ಪಾಪ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಗಾಡಿ.
So you study the clarity. You don't have clarity.
Submit ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ಅದರಿಂದ
ಬೇಜಾರಾಯ್ತು. No more writing.
Not registered, sir.
Not registered.
ನಮ್ಮ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ಬೇಸಿಕ್. ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಬರೋದು ಬೇಡ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು.
ಬರ್ಬಿಡಪ್ಪ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್
ಸರ್, ಏನೋ ಸಣ್ಣ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ಸ್
I told him to write. He wrote it. Impact of corporate insolvency. Selected. Selected, resolved.
ಹೇಳಿ. Sir, corporate insolvency resolution is a process. A company which is debt-ridden, which is unable to pay its debt obligations, under Indian insolvency and bankruptcy code, one process is defined. So, under accept admission ತಗೋದು ಯಾವ ಸಾಲಗಾರರು
ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes sir, impact analysis ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So, impact of corporate insolvency resolution process.
On what?
That's what on selected resolved companies.
Case study ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಂತು.
A study on selected resolved firms. So impact on these selected firms.
How to get selected?
Yes sir. Till today 10,000 companies are resolved. So out of that, I am going to study
Second
select
rate.
companies.
Second rate.
Yes. Their performance after resolution.
Still, the first part is not very clear. That we already said.
Yes. Impact in
You
terms
assume
of
that there is impact.
negative or positive, definitely some impact is there.
The process of what to the
Sir, if it is an admission to resolution end or no, it will take 6 months period, sir.
So you are studying the process.
Yes sir, process impact on these firms.
Process impact.
ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪರಿಣಾಮ.
Yes.
ಏನು ಪರಿಣಾಮ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ?
Clear sir. ಪರಿಣಾಮ process ಇದ್ದು ಎರಡು ಔಟ್ಕಮ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ಒಂದು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ರಿಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಫರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಫರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ.
ಅದೇ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಏನು? ಇನ್ ದ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಏನು?
Yes, they are my objectives. Impact on operating performance, impact on financial performance, and impact on stock market performance. 3. So in terms of 3, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾದ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ?
It is second rate or final.
You read like in confusion.
Yes.
Process ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಕಾರ you are studying the processes impact.
Yes.
ಇದು
Yes.
process how they solved. A
Yes.
group committee ಇರ್ತದೆ,
Yes.
they resolve the issues. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಸಾಲ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು, ಯಾಕೆ ಸಾಲ ತೀರ್ಸಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಾಲ ಮನ್ನಾ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದು they take decision. That is called process.
Yes.
ಅದನ್ನ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಸಮ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಅವರು ಸೆಟಲ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆದ ಕಂಪನಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಪರಿಣಾಮ?
ಕಂಪನಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಸರ್. ಆ
ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲೈಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸಸ್. ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಈ ಟೈಮ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಕನ್ನಡದ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆ.
Process is a cause.
ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆ.
Cause it is. It's not an effect. You ulta ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ process is a cause.
ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ ಅದು
Impact
ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದರ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್
something
ರಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್.
See, ನೀವು ಕೆಲವರು ಅನ್ಕೊಂತಾರೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಏನಂತಾರೆ they understand that we will explain in the methodology. We will not put the names here, sir. We will explain in the methodology. For districts ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಅದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. But this title will not tell that you are going to explain it. If it is empirical study, there should be some space for the region. Space for the region. The region in terms of taluk, district, state, there are boundaries of a state. Boundaries are district boundary, taluk boundary, village boundary. So your study is going to empirically do it either in village or in the taluk or in the forest area also. Environmental studies are forest area, protected forest. They specify in protected forest. So there is one more method is a comparative studies. Empirically compared study. You may compare between Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. You will compare between two districts, northern district and southern district of Karnataka. Kalyana Karnataka versus coastal Karnataka. Same framework ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, but comparative studies ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, although it is a empirical case study, you have to see better what advantages of comparing. You cannot compare Kerala panchayats with Karnataka panchayats. They are different altogether in terms of formation, structure, function. So your findings will be similar to what you found. You cannot compare. You only can learn from the studies. So it is empirical studies. So if you are clear now that so far we discussed the title which leads to your research. Now the second part of my presentation now is method. So where we conduct empirical studies. So what are the methods you follow for empirical studies? Now you assume that you have cleared your title, you have cleared your objectives. You are cleared. I cannot go to the objectives, methodology, other studies. So the empirical study is successful. We have to collect some data. So what are the data collection methods? Before that, I will make a statement in empirical study. I will not be happy or satisfied unless I see it. ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ನಾನು ನೋಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. I will not be satisfied until I see it. ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ FIR ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. FIR ಏನು FIR ಅಂತ FIR First information report. Panchanama ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. If accident takes place somewhere, suddenly the police will go to the field. You go to rush to the field with alarm, all those things, to see the accident place, to record, document what has been released for the accident. How many died, how many are offended, wounded, all those things. That becomes authentic for your finding a case. That means I will not be satisfied until I see it. So in empirical research, you are not satisfied until you go to field research. So how we do it? Other experience already you have done data collection. What are the methods that you follow for data collection? Empirical data collection.
ಎಂಫಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಎಂಫಿಲ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಎಂಫಿಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಡಾಟಾ ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನರಿ ಥ್ರೂ ಸರ್.
ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನರಿ ಒಂದು ಓಕೆ.
ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿ ಥ್ರೂ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಜೊತೆನೇ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಂದು ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಇಟ್ ಟುಕ್ ಮೀನ್ ಸಬ್ಸಿಡಿ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ
ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇದೆ.
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
Interviews, group studies, interviews, group studies,
ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್,
Observations, okay.
track study,
Huh?
track study, track.
It is track.
Track means we want to see the impact. First month it was this thing, after using the product or
Secondary.
something, after using, no, not about secondary. If this, before the scheme gets started, after some time, like after 3 months, what was the impact? What is the impact going on? What's the impact of track studies?
Track study, okay. Amala? There are several methods of data collection. Interview, questionnaire, observation, participant observations, participate also. In the group. Socialist people, they participate in the village festivals. Somebody is doing some kind of village festivals. They go and see, participate also. Sociology or another. So they study, they go and stay. You have heard Agnes Srinivas, sociologist. He stayed in village for 1 year, observed every day what happens there and remembered village. So he's participant of village. You also participate like villager. Not simply observe, you sit and observe. But participate observation. You also participate like a local village people. ಅವರಲ್ಲೇ ಭಾಗಿಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ವೇರ್ ಲುಂಗಿ, ವೇರ್ ಟವಲ್ ಓಡಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಓಡಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು Then you have group discussions. What is it? Focus group discussion. FGDs ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Focus group discussion. There is one we start with. We will start with questionnaire. ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾಪಿ ಇದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರು ಶೇರ್ ಪವರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಜನರಲಿ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಪವರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಲಿಟ್ರೇಚರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಗೂಗಲ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 500 ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಮೆಥಡಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಥಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಅಂತ ರಿಸರ್ಚಲ್ಲಿ. ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಓನ್ಲಿ ಬೆನಿಫಿಷಿಯರಿ. You are a beneficiary and also a respondent for us. So a empirical group for me, for us. So it's very attractive. So one is questionnaire. The questionnaire really is, there are 2 types of questionnaire. ಯಾವುದು? ಏನೇನಿದೆ? ನಾಚಿಕೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್.
What are the 2 types of questionnaire?
Open-ended question.
Closed-ended questionnaire. ಏನು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ? What is the difference between closed-ended, open-ended? Why they are called open-ended? In ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೀರಾ? Close ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ close ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Then what is the difference between open-ended and closed-ended?
Open-ended is like a statement.
Open-ended is nothing but the respondent will be
Mic to
given.
the speak, please. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ.
No sir, I mean speak.
ಬೇರೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಲ್ಲ.
So open-ended means the respondent will be given an opportunity to write on their own, like what they think. If I ask the age, if I put the hyphen, they will put on their own sir. If I make it as a like a closed-ended, like age is 0 to like 10 to 15, 16 to 20 means they are restricted to their opinions. In case of open-ended, respondent will be having their own thoughts to write, fill the questionnaire. In case of closed-ended, it is restricted, sir.
The objective one, sir, second one.
ಏನರ್ಥ ಬರೆಯೋದು? ನೀವು ನಾಚಿಕೆ ಸರ್.
Open-ended ಅಂದ್ರೆ direct question, sir. Direct question.
ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಅವರು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಓಪನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ?
ಓಪನ್
ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ
ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್
ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಸರ್ ಸರ್ ಓಪನ್ ಎಂಡೆಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ. ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಎಂಡೆಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು, ಅವರಿಬ್ಬರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿ, ಅವರಿಬ್ಬರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಮೈಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಾನು ನೋಡಬೇಡಿ.
ಅದೇ ಸರ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಏಜ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 20 to 30 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 30 to 40 ಹಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವ್ರ ಏಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು.
ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ
ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್
how many you prepared questions? This is question ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಪೇಪರ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. So both are correct. Give them a clap. So open-ended questions ಅಲ್ಲಿ the questions were open-ended with options. You give liberty to the person whom you are talking to answer your questions. Open-ended. Like what is migration? What is untouchability? You give a question, they have to explain to you. So they give their opinions. But open-ended, what problem is they are subjective sometimes. A lot of subjectivity is there. So untouchability is there illa anತಾರೆ. So they may be untouchability don't know. So they are ನಿಖರವಾಗಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So but you still give a choice to the respondent to answer his own open-ended. In a closed-ended, you also already give some options like yes or no. Or you also give code. You ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ age between 10 and 15, 1, 15, 22, like that you have options. You have to tick for them. So which one is good? Between among the two, one is good. Open-ended or closed-ended? Which one gives lot of data?
So it depends on study and the sample, sir.
Huh?
The sample, number of samples we are.
Don't buy the sample, it may be 300. But the questionnaire.
For smaller sample, we have to go with
When
open-ended.
you prepare a questionnaire of 10 page, 15 page, 20 page. So whether you would like to have more of open-ended questions or less of closed, or more of closed, less of open-ended? More of open-ended?
More close-ended questions.
Confusion trigger. 10 questions ಇರ್ತದೆ ಪಡೆ. Take 10 questions ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು questionnaire. ಅಲ್ವಾ? Out of 10 questions, how many you would like to have open-ended? How many questions? ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ನೀವು ಮುಕ್ತವಾಗಿರ್ತೀರಿ? ಎಷ್ಟನ್ನು ನೀವು ಒಂದು 2 ಓಪನ್ ಸರ್ 8 ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ 8 ಓಪನ್ ಸರ್ 2 ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಬೇಡ ಸರ್ 2 ಓಪನ್ 8 ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಬೇಡ ಸರ್ 5 ಇರಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ 3 7 2 8 which one is selected? Between 5 and 5 or 3 and 7 or 2 and 8?
3 is 2 and 8.
This is open-ended. This is closed.
2 and 8. Cool. 3 is
ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Some people do qualitative analysis, some people do quantitative analysis. So ಯಾವ ಡೇಟಾ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವುದು ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ನನಗೆ ದಿನ ಕಳಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬದಲಾಗ್ತದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಸ್ ನೋ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಎಸ್ ನೋ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಸ್ ನೋ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರು ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ
ಸ್ಕೇಲಿಂಗ್ ಮೆಥಡ್
ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. ನಾವು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್ವೆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ಗಳು ಬೇಜಾರಾಗಿ ಟಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಅದು ಎಸ್ ನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಟಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಓಪನ್-ಎಂಡೆಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಕ್ಲೋಸ್-ಎಂಡೆಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಡೇಟಾ. ಏಜ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ಥರ ತಗೋಬೋದು. or maybe ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, you have to depend some more question open-ended. They are more qualitative. Though they are little subjective, but ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ಹತ್ರ ಬರ್ತದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ಗೆ ಡೇಟಾ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಏನು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಇಡೋದಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರೀ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ತೆಗಿತಾರೆ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ 600 said yes, 40 said no. There is one more no question, do not know. Do not know ಇದೆ ನಾಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕಬಲ್, do not know ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 70% do not know ಇತ್ತು. ಈಸಿ, ಎಸ್ ನೋ, do not know ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೆಕ್. ಏನು ಡೇಟಾ ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕೆ do not know. ನಾನು ಬರೀಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 70% do not know, but I don't know what to write about.
ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ.
ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಯು ಆರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈಡ್? ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಮ್ಯಾರಿಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಯಾರು ಮ್ಯಾರಿಡ್? ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲ್. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಎಂಡೆಡ್. ಆರ್ ಯು ಮ್ಯಾರಿಡ್?
Married, yes.
What is your answer? Yes or no?
Yes, married, yes, yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes. You got it clear. Is he married? Huh? Either married or not married? Yes or no? The next question came to know. How are you going to get it? Are you satisfied with the marriage?
Yes. Yes, sir, very satisfied.
Or immediate ಹೇಳೋದು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. Yes or no? The first question is very clear. Are you married?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. No. But the second question is very interesting question. Are you satisfied? As a yes or no, it can be close-ended. He said immediately yes. No objections. But if it takes a second silence to answer, he will be in the doubling. Whether yes or no. But if he says no, I am very happy. As a researcher.
What are the problems faced?
Why? I am happy if he says no. Anybody other married? Only one. All are married.
Sir, madam, beside me both are
Yeah, married to married. ನಾನು ಮಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. Some 80 professionals, all lecturers, professors of St. Alanis University, St. Alanis College, very well-known college. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ, ಸರ್ ಆರ್ ಯು ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್? ಅವ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಪಡ್ತಾರೆ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಲೇಡಿ ಕೊಲೀಗ್ ಇದ್ರು, ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಸರ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಬೇರೆಯವರು, ಹೌ ಯು ನೋ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ? ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಶುರು ಆಗ್ತದೆ.
Justified by seeing their WhatsApp status, social media, others can like that.
WhatsApp status or social media?
Friends who may tell
That doesn't reflect
open ಆಗಲ್ಲ. So I tell you, if you say no, fortunately I have not told you. If you say no, this opens the Pandora box for questions. What we call supplementary questions. Questions. Why you are not happy? Choose a Likert scale. Likert scale ಮಾಡಿ. Highly satisfied, not satisfied, very much satisfied. It opens why you are not happy. His father, wife is not good, mother is happy, mother not. So it opens a Pandora box for your questions, sub-questions, because supplementary questions to the question. Your response started with open-ended, closed-ended, it becomes open-ended. Provided your answers are leading ones. The questions should lead to the following questions. I think questionnaire you questionnaire ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ every question should be linked, should be a following question. Don't think something between them, it will not give data. So every question should follow related questions. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸೇ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ ಹುಷಾರಾಗಲು ಯಂಗ್ ಕಪಲ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಡ್ರಾಸ್ ಚೆನ್ನೈ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕಪಲ್ have a lot of problems with housewife. I am also working couple. They are also working couple. There are a lot of problems in sharing household. So if you are exhausted, if you are not happy, we will give them. No sir, I am not happy with this. But for research, it is a ganita. So you have to think like that. So also it should be very clear, but don't go for too many personal questions. Personal questions ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೇಳಬಾರ್ದು, because they are highly sensitive in nature. ಏನು ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಿಂಗೇನು ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸರ್ ಈ ಥರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲ್ ಐ ಮಾಸ್ಕ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ನಿಮಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಸಿಗೋದು. ಶುಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಒನ್. So out of 10 I would have gone for 6 for 1.4 for 4. So my weightage goes to little bit to open it, not too many open it, because they are highly subjective nature. ಬೇಜಾರಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಳ್ಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಕಳಿ ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಜನ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಸರ್ ನೀವು ಬರ್ತೀರಾ, ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ನಮಗೇನು ಲಾಭ ಅಂತ. ನಾವೊಂದು ಮಹಿಳೆಯರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದ ಸರ್, ನಾವು ಕೋಲಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿ ಕೇಳೋದು ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಫೋಕಸ್. ಸರ್ ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ ನಾವು ನೀವು ಟೀ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬಿಸ್ಕೆಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ನಮ್ಗೇನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರ, ಬರೀ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಹೊರತು ನಮ್ಗೇನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಇಷ್ಟ ಕಡೆ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್, ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಏನು ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಮಿನಾರಿಟಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೊಡೋದು, ಅವಾಗೇನು ದರ್ದ್ರಿ ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, ಕೆಲವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತೀರ, ನೀವು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರ, ಕೆಲವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಇಷ್ಟೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ, ನಾನು ಬಾತ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಅದು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಮೇಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಮೇಲ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀರ. ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನನಗೂ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಕಳಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೇಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನಿಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಟೆಲಿಫೋನಿಕ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನಿಕ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್, 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ನಾವು ನೀವ್ಯಾರ್ರಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡೇಟಾ ಕೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಫೇಸ್ ಟು ಫೇಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಅಂತ. ಫೇಸ್ ಟು ಫೇಸ್, ಮುಖಾಮುಖಿ, ಫೇಸ್ ಟು ಫೇಸ್. Whether you questionnaire or interview, you have face to face. You know the person who you are talking. ಅಲ್ಲ, questionnaire ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇ ಬರ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಕೇರಳದ ಕನ್ನಡ ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಡು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಇನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಡು ಕೇರಳ, ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿಟರ್. ದಿ ಇಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿಟರ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್. I have to trust is a problem in research, in research. If you have a language problem, the trusting is very important. Trust and objective. Now in the do not know. You do not know ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು questions ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. Why you don't know? Don't be happy if you do not know. Easy to kick. I understand why you don't know. So do not know gives more quality data. So you are struggling to get quality data. Quantitative ಸಿಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಗುಣಾತ್ಮಕವಾದ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಸಿಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. You have to open your questions. Yes or no ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So now thesis evaluation ಬರ್ತದೆ ನಮಗೆ. Students are very happy explaining tables. As per the above table, out of 150 members, 60 said yes, but no explanations. Either for yes or for no. No explanation. Simply 2 lines over table. 150 tables in the thesis. with just two lines. That is not research. That is not analysis. Anybody can do 60% but out of 100 got this. But you have to explain why 60 said yes, why 40 said no. If the data is reversed, if 60 says no, or 40 is yes, you have to be concerned with first 60. If you are an inquisitive researcher, you are more interested in no than yes. Like marriage, yes, fine. But if you are not happy, I am interested in no more. So no and do not know gives a lot of data if you ask further questions, supplementary questions. ಅಲ್ವಾ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇರುವ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇರಬೇಕು ಕ್ವಶನ್.
So no, we put it as an option.
Huh?
Yes or no. Suppose there is an open-ended question. Suppose the blank is there. Somebody is going to give as a why is a no. We put it as a variable for.
If he explains, fine. If he doesn't explain,
No, below that yes or no, below that you have to say.
He says.
Suppose if yes, what are the reasons?
Reasons.
He
If
asks
no,
that.
what are the
Reasons.
reasons?
Say I am not just yes. If you say no, give reasons.
For both. You
Both.
have to get reasons,
Yes, yes.
answers, factors.
You have to ask supplementary question. Don't stop there. If you say no, give reasons. If yes, explain.
Explain.
If no, give reasons. So because yes and no gives one data that can be put into tables analysis. That most of students do this. They are very happy in conducting research. Go to data, sir, more tables there on really research data collect ಮಾಡಿ sir, very table. ಎರಡು line. We reject. You have to explain. That is empirical research. If no one yes, the further yes, they explain and give reason, they explain the qualitative aspect of the issue. There is untouchability. Say no, fine, explain. We are happy if you explain. But if it doesn't explain, so that's why the empirical research, if you go personally to collect data, you have that mode of asking. But if I send somebody, he will do only yes and no questions. He will not get into the supplementary question, though even if it is there. Patience bekala. You will be talking to a illiterate person. You will explain to them. All are not educated like urban people. Village illiterate people are there. So you have to explain to them why you have come on those things are there. So this open and closed-ended, they are very, very important, but they have to use them properly. So the balanced should be there.
So another one question, sir. If it is a yes or no, open-ended, then provide give as responses. How we are going to analyze? Maybe somebody will give as a paragraph, somebody will give as a some qualitative, quantitative. How this data will be going to?
It is called content analysis.
Coding part.
Coding is difficult here. Coding is not possible. See, coding you can do only for closed-ended,
Sir.
not for open-ended.
Yes, sir.
See, if you take an issue, education or anything, so you get a lot of explanations.
Yes, sir.
So you have to group them explanations at the time of analysis.
Group them.
Group them. That is called content analysis.
So my question, sir, in content we can do coding, no, sir?
Huh?
In content also we can do coding, sir.
Yeah, code you can
Yes.
use. Code means there will be title. What
Yes.
is that reason? For
See,
each reason there will be a
If
code.
you find similarities in observations, you can code. We call observations. So there are 10 observations out there. Out of your group analysis, there are 10 observations. So each 10 observations can be code. Or you can go issue and sub-issues. Within issue, there are sub-issues are there.
Yes.
Quite a few. So you can code them also. But for you can use that data for your explaining tables. Why they said no, why they said do not know, why they said yes. So that is called analysis. But as of now, most students, our experience says that they are happy in explaining only percentages. Not why is missing. This is very, very important of research. Why? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ತಮಾಷೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, you have to develop some negative approach. Negative is not for any negative purposes, for positive. You have to internalize the negatives. You serious ನೋಡ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ? Serious. You watch serious? Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada serials. ETV, so many series. I also watch daily. The soap opera. They go for 1,000 episodes, 2,000 episodes, 500 episodes. The competition among the producer directors to recreate characters.
Yes.
They make people to die, they reappear suddenly. Somebody wants to take Tadi, somebody will enter, make an entry. On Tadi Kattaka of enter. He will cross the threshold. So people will think, the viewers, so one more characters come, so 10 episodes will come. They survive only on one is negative. All characters in the series are negatives. You watch evening series, there is a Karimani serial going on. I watch evening. My wife says you are very serious now. Karimani. Out of 10 characters, 8 characters are negatives. Except hero and the heroine. You know very clearly nothing will happen to them. See, as a researcher, I watch because of my research analysis. I want to just analyze some characters. I am sure that nothing will happen to this hero and heroine, two main two, but still create problem for the viewer. To the extent of tying a Tadi, the other day it was almost tied, but he did not put the gun to the did not take 3 guns. Stop. Close. So because the director has a negative attitude, without negative they cannot create a scene. Your movies also, first half will be very happy, second half all would make this in family picture. For them it's a business productive. So similar research, the negative thinking leads to many questions in your mind. Why you say like this? What happened to you? He will explain. So these explanations give a lot of qualitative information. So the director would go in the director, they should develop some negative attitude in research. Thinking. The thinking leads to some positive. You have internalized them. Negative ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೊಲೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದು.
So can you call it rational thinking, sir?
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೇನಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಬರಬೇಕು why how you should have in mind. Why do you say like that? This is important part of the question. The same thing applies to the entry method. Is another very important research in empirical. Is another empirical tool for such their questionnaire.
Second, beneath beyond student, similar to that open-end and closed-end issues. My students' viva will be conducted next week, coming week. Our work is on impact of skill development program on Muslim women in Bangalore city. So he prepared a questionnaire, he sent to me as a guide. It was 15 pages questionnaire. I read that and she is a part-time student with family, with kid. I said with 15 pages questionnaire you will get at the most 20-25 tables. You cannot write 250-300 pages tables from this questionnaire. she grumbled, sir, it is enough, they don't give answers, Muslim women, they will reject the questionnaire, like that she told. No ma'am, otherwise you cannot write, it gives information for you for writing a paper or article, not for a thesis. So I told her, I will go through your questionnaire, I will improve it, like that I told her, wait for that. So I took 15 days for correction, improving, adding, deletion, everything. 15 days I took, and almost closed-ended questionnaire. Yes or no, that's all. I felt that it gives only opinion, that's all, opinion answers. Opinion is not a research. Please keep this in mind. You have to go beyond opinion. So I felt yes or no will not give any, that won't be a good research. Okay. So I added why, give reasons. If yes, give reasons. If no, give reasons in many questions. So it went up to 30-35 pages, that questionnaire. I sent it to her through mail. Then she called me and she told, sir, it is a big questionnaire. They don't give questions. I can't finish the work, like that. Otherwise, you won't get, it will not be an in-depth study. I told her through 4. Meanwhile, she started field work with her old questionnaire. She didn't tell that. She told the reason they don't give, sir, it should be a small questionnaire, like that. She told, anyway, I left it to you, I told her. Already by the time half of the field work she completed with old questionnaire. And again, there is a rule that the questionnaire has to be approved by the ethics committee. ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ?
Yes.
ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನ ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಮ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು. ನಮ್ಮ ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಲೇಟಾಗಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿದ್ರು ವಿತ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ಕೇರಳದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು ಕಮಿಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಂದಿರೋನೇ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಕಮಿಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸೇಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಕಮಿಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್. ಆಯಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗಿನು, ಆ ಅಮ್ಮನ ಇದ್ದು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟು ಆನ್ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ, ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ. ದೇ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಇನ್ ಮೆನಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ you have to add why, how, these things you have to add anta our suggestions ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. Nothing but why, give reasons, like that. They gave suggestions. She told, yes sir, I will include her. Include illa, already questionnaire fill ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Now the experts, they commented on this. There is no reasons for various these things. ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಫರ್ದರ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅದು ಆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸು ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಇವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಥೀಸಿಸ್. ಇವರು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ವೈ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡನ್ ದಿಸ್, ವೈ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ವುಮೆನ್ ವರ್ಸಸ್ ಅದರ್ ವುಮೆನ್. ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್, ಕೆಲವು ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋದು. ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ದ ಇವಾಗ ವೈವನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು, ವಾಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಶಿ ಗಿವ್ಸ್. ಇದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್
ಎರಡು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೈಜ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್
ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಗೇನ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ತಿರುಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇರೋ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದು ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಇಟ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವೆದರ್ ಯು ಯೂಸ್ ದಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್, ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಯು ಮೇ ನಾಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಥೀಸಿಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೋರ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಆ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ನೀವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡದಿದ್ರೆ ಥೀಸಿಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್, ಯೂಸ್ ದಟ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದಿ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಲೇಟರ್ ಆನ್. Use that to write a separate book on that information. No loss. Ultimately, no loss irodilla. Only some extra days ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕು. You do that, you collect more information. Okay?
Sir, impact on skill development of Muslim women, sir. For entering into his house, so what's the difficulties the scholars will face for that, for receive the information?
Like social groups select ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. See, research ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೊಂದು issue ಇದೆ. Like because I am not doing sampling ಬರ್ತದೆ. So if you select 10 persons as your respondents, the 10 should not be only men.
Yes, sir.
Or only women. That is the sex wise. If you go to religious groups, Muslims, Christians, if you go social groups, SC, ST, OBC, you have to bring, because you are representing a society. So if you study every society, you must include the social groups also, sex-wise groups also, religion groups also. So that gives a reference sample. That's what issue are. Why only Muslim women? Why not other women? No, issue are ಬಂದಿದ್ದು.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ
that will take answer.
One or two ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ, ಫುಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದು. ಬಟ್ ಬೈ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್.
ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಕೆಲವೆಲ್ಲ ರಿಲಿಜಿಯಸ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. If there are sensitive issues, they will not respond. They say either yes or no. So if you go for further details, they will not chalo chalo. After we hear chalo bhai zyada nahi.
So sometimes respondent biasness also reflects, sir. Biasness, because while I am doing the study,
the example ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. I was doing some survey research in one Karnataka, Hassan. There was a question in the income, family income.
Family income.
Jewels. What are they doing? So we entered that village at 6 o'clock in the evening.
ಚಿನ್ನ ಬಂಗಾರ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ?
So we entered the village 6 o'clock in the evening with my friend. Bike is not working. Pushed bike. So nobody was coming. Then we went to the village admin. Generally we go to village admin. So we sat on that thing. We were discussing. He asked the president of the village, "Sir, why you are coming?" So we explained the purpose of everything. We wanted people tomorrow next day. So ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ question we asked. So we read the questionnaire before him. So jewels came. ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಆದಾಯ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಆದಾಯ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕುರಿಗಳು ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ದನ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಸ್ಕೂಟರ್, ಈ ವಜ್ರ ಒಡವೆ ಅಂತ ಒಡವೆ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ಚಿನ್ನ. ಅವರ ಮನೆ ವೈಫ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತಿ, ಅವ್ರ ಬಾಪಸ್ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಿದ್ರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಓದ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಅದು ನಾವು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಡವೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಅವ್ರೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರು ಸಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾರು ಬಂದವ್ರೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ಒಡವೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೋಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮನೆ ಬಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯಾರೋ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಬಂದರೆ ಒಡವೆಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಇಡೀ ವಿಲೇಜೇ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ, ಹೆಂಗಸರು ಗಂಡಸರು ಯಾರೇ ನೀವು ಒಡವೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರ, ಅದೊಂದೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಹೋಗಿ. ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದು ಭತ್ತದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಕ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ವಿ. ಭತ್ತ ಬದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಈಡ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೊಸ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಭಯ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ ಹಾಕೋತಾರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ವೆರಿ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ. ಅವತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಒಡವೆ ಕೇಳೋದು ಯಾರು ಕುರಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ದನಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನೋ, ದೇ ವೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್. ಅದು ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್. 20,000, 30,000, 1,00,000 ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಅದು ನಾಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್. ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಏನು ಸರ್ ಇದು, ಅಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ನೀವು ಒಡವೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಏನು ನಾನು ನೋಡೋಕೆ ಬರೀ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಅಷ್ಟು, ಅದನ್ನೇನು ಕೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ಇವ್ರ ಮನೆಗೆ 2 kg ಇದೆ, 1 kg ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ಇಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಸಲ ದೇವೇಗೌಡರು ಅವಾಗ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್, ದೇವೇಗೌಡರು, ಎಸ್ ಟಿ ದೇವೇಗೌಡರು, ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಈ ದೇವೇಗೌಡರು ಲೆಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಮನೆತಾವೆ, ದೇವೇಗೌಡರು ಡೇಟಾ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕರ್ಮ ದೇವೇಗೌಡರು, ನಾವಿಂದು 8 people ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನನಗೆ 9:30 ಆಯ್ತು, 10 ಆಯ್ತು. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಸರ್ ನಾವು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಜನನ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೊಡೆದಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅವ್ರ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೊಡೆದಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಓದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಏನು, ನಾನು ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಡೋದು ರಿಸರ್ಚರ್ ವೈ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಯಾವರಿಗೆ ಓದೋರಿಗೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಜನ ಇಂಥ ಘಾಟ. ಸರ್ 2 ವರ್ಷ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ GS ಜಿಯೋ ಸರ್ವೆ ಸರ್ವೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಲ್. ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ಸರ್ವೆ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಅವ್ರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಯಾರ ನನಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಡವೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ
ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿರೋದು.
ಹೋಗೋದು ನಮಗೆ ಅವಾಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು. 10 ಗಂಟೆ ಆಯ್ತು, ಊಟ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಊಟ ಕೊಡಲು, ನೀರು ಕೂಡ ಊಟ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಬರೀ ಒಂದು ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಅಪ್ಪ SC ST ಮಹಿಳೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ, ಬರ್ರಪ್ಪ ನನ್ನ ತೊಡು ಮುದ್ದೆ, ರಾಗಿ ಬಾಲು ಅಂಡ್ ಖಾರ ಸಾರು, ಅನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರು ಏನೋ ಕೊಡಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ 5 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಡ್ಡಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. Because mental stress is very, very dangerous. Sensitive issues should not be poked to your nose. Or ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹಾಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಹೊರಟ್ಬಿಡಿದೆ. ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಏನಿಂದ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಬಂದಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೇಟಾ ಅದೇ ಲಿಮಿಟೇಷನ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅದು ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಿ ಇಂಟ್ರಿ ಮೆಥಡ್. ಇಂಟ್ರಿ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ
size of question.
Size of the questionnaire realized 35 is said. It should be between 20, 30. Minimum should be 20. Should not be 10 pages, 6 pages, 4 pages, 8 pages. Minimum 20, 15, 20.
Questions of
Depends on your
variables.
sample size.
Variables. We have to go all the
Sample
variables.
size. See, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ go. You have objectives in research. ಉದ್ದೇಶಗಳು. Generally, objectives should be between 3 and 5. Maximum 5. Don't go for, if you go for 10 objectives, 20 hypotheses, well, go waste of it. Maximum 6 objectives. One can go up to that, not go beyond. So, ನಿಮ್ಮ objectives ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಿಮ್ಮ question ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. See, there are 3 objectives. To take example, out of 5. Out of 5, there are 3 objectives are empirically data based. 3 ಉದ್ದೇಶಗಳಿಗೆ you need empirical data. First job introduction, rehab literature ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ 3 ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಡೇಟಾ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಆ 3 ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ನೀವು ಬರೀಬೇಕಲ್ಲ 3 ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್. ಮೂರು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 40 ಪೇಜ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ should have 30 to 40 pages, 25 to 40. So that your objectives, keep your objectives in mind while framing your questionnaire. Whether it is open-ended, closed-ended, that is left to you. So sample ಗಳು ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ, 100, 200, 50 ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. So minimum should be 50 if you know, 50 respondents is good on this. Don't go for 10, 5, 12. Statistically it should be above 30. For any analysis, statistically it should be about 30. So best is 50, 80, 100, 150, 200. This student is also 300. His thesis is now cleared. 300 sample size. Comparison. It depends on the capacity of the student and the guide and the time that you have. They're very important. Time and money. Your research fellowship, many times, all the things matter. So nothing is sacrosanct. So nothing is cleared, deadlined, standardized that you do like this. It varies from guide to university, all those things. But your question should be always in line with your objectives of the thesis. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಡೇಟಾ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? See, focus. So other ಬರ್ತದೆ ಇಂಟ್ರಿ ಮೆಥಡ್. So entry method you cannot use for all. So you use for some specific individuals, officers, administrators, managers, who have no time to fill in your questionnaire. You put one to ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ questionnaire. So what you do generally, you prepare an intro schedule. Intro schedule you have to wear is a focused one. You understand that you are doing research in agriculture. You want to know the agricultural situation in Karnataka, you want to be Minister for Agriculture or Principal Secretary of Agriculture. You cannot give questionnaire. Don't do the mistake of giving questionnaire to higher officials, higher ministers. There is no time. If you give, they will give to Secretary to fill in and do. That is not his opinion, Secretary's opinion. So intro schedule is more focused. So in that what happens, you have to go schedule with some 10 to 15 questions. They say Minister has given you half an hour time. Secretary will tell you, PA, sir, 10 minutes time for first interview. 10 minutes, sir, how can I interview? That is up to you. So you into schedule only, then you have to rearrange based on the time again. Focused. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಫೇಸ್ ಟು ಫೇಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಟು ಹೈಯರ್ ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ಸ್. ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಲೇಬರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವನು ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಸರ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವಿಷಯ. ಸೊ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಆಫ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ which adds to your empirical analysis. It's a focused interview. ನೀವು ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡೋದು MD ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಯಾಕೆ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಫೋಕಸ್. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಡೇಟಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಹುಡುಕಲ್ಲ, ಓಪನ್ ಡೇಟಾ. ಬಟ್ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳೋದು, ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್, ಕೃಷಿಕರ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಕೇಳೋದು. ಅವಾಗ ನೀವು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೃಷಿ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಖುಷಿ ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಂತ. ಆ ಥರ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಥ್ರೂ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಯು ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೋರ್ ಆಫ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ಇಟ್ ಆಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಎಂಪಿರಿಕಲ್ ಡೇಟಾ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನಿಮಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಫೇಸ್ ಟು ಫೇಸ್, ಇದು ಮೋರ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಟು ಫೇಸ್. ಅದರ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಡ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂನಲ್ಲಿ. ನಮಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗೋದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ. ಟೈಮ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್. ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೀವು ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂನಲ್ಲಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು. ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಯು ಫೋಕಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಅನ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಇನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್. ಈಗ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಐಡಿಯಾ ವಿಶ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. I don't ask questions, I will ask issue, I will issue in the group. So you each one comment as per your perspective. You have your own perspective on a particular issue, you explain that. So now researcher will correct that perspective from different perceptions, correct, and then try to analyze which way discussion goes. They are more focused group discussions. So for me this is a group of 35, 37. Where I raise the issue, on that you comment. I don't ask questions there. Questionnaire, you ask questions. In interviews, you ask questions. You post 10 questions, you get some 6-7 answers. So that will help out, because there is one face to face is a very authenticated data, because you collect from the person who you are thinking.
So research now ಫೇಸ್ ಟು ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಫೋಕಸ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ
ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಡೂ ವಿತ್ ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ಸ್. ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ
ಸರ್,
ಒಂದು 8 ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್
ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಸರ್,
ಅದನ್ನ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಬಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. You cannot ask IAS officers, PS officers to do that. It's very difficult. So time is really, internally time management part of it. Time. I will give one to my own experience of interviewing people in Bangalore. So I was asked to interview Joint Commissioner of Bangalore City Corporation, BBMP. So the clerk, the TA told me, "Oh, sir, you have to come around 11 o'clock, and sir has given you 10 minutes. 11:10, I have to get out." He's a young IAS officer. I went around 10:45 itself to that office in Rajaraj Nagar. I waited, I told the secretary I come. He waited. So I waited exact at 11 o'clock. I was called inside. 11 o'clock. So he says, fine. Sir, I have 10 minutes for you. He, secretary, Jan was told. Yes, sir, I know I was told. But you asked questions. So I have to rework there are some 15-20 questions from there. But I will rework on the questions of bring it down to 15 minutes. But I evolved my own strategy. I started with a positive note to him. Sir, I just heard outside that after you come as a joint commissioner, there is a lot of discipline among the employees. I was told like that. Oh, Professor, that's fine. You got a problem I had in thinking they were not coming at 10 o'clock, they were coming at 11 o'clock, 11:30. I had been disciplined. I told I used to come 9:45, they should be able to start. Yes, sir. He started explaining his administration. He was so happy, somebody is praising me. If bureaucracy, people don't praise them. They attack MLAs and MPs. Here the customer is handling like that. Here is gentleman at least tells me something about my work culture here. He explained 15 minutes to me his administration. Suddenly realized, I think we have come for some discussion. Yes sir, I have some issues about the BBMP only. Then I got a lot of space. You will not believe. The meeting went on for 1 hour 15 minutes. It becomes more of exchanges. His experience, my experience, or issues of BBMP issues only. BBMP issues only. I covered 10 questions out of 15. That's ಸಾಕಾಯ್ತು. ಅವ್ರು ಏನೋ ಟೈಮ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. So it's a perfect color. Thank you sir for giving your valuable time. I told you. You have to be little ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊರಬೇಕು. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೊರಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. He told in the end, I knew I give 10 minutes to you. I knew young brilliant officer, very strict discipline. He was principal secretary. I knew I give you 10 minutes. I also told him, I have 10 minutes to discuss. But after knowing that you have come ISEC, see the value of ISEC institution was there. I knew you have come from ISEC. You come with some little logical issues, that's what. I also thought, okay, let me discuss. And also you raised our issues, my involvement. That's why I did not feel like stopping our interview. And thank you very much for enlightening me for some issues. So that is also an art of training. You will accomplish to work. Now, so DM Nanjandapur made part of it. Or in our numbers, right? Don't ask numbers in interviews. Ask general questions. How do you respond? So 25 years back. That's why I told you no numbers. You are a great man. You are planning about the chairperson. I asked one place question, numbers. He said, no, you are from ISEC, you should know. ISEC is the way Mental question Kalvardo. Aziz or Kelly? Well, Aziz or Kelly, yes, sir, sorry, 5 minutes. Our interview, don't ask numbers. That's a clerk. ಈಗಿನ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಂಚಾಯತ್ ಇದೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ನಾವು. ಬಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗಾನ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೋ ಹೂಮ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗಾನ್. ಯಾರನ್ನ ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ಥರ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು, ಮೋಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. ದ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಮೆಥಡ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಈಸಿ ಟು ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ. I include Devegowda, J.C. Devegowda, Ramkrishna Hegde, all people I include, but the different experiences of interview. So you have to be, the language is very, very important. Bhashe, whether it is Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam or English, Hindi, your language should be very polished one. Taunting your word. Half quoted for one. Pause quoted now. Don't give too many pauses. Now Siddharamaiah pass quoted. Here Siddharamaiah continuous matter. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸುತ್ತಾವೆ ಅವ್ರು ನೋಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಪಾಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಪಾಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೇವಲ ಬೇಜಾರು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಪಾಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಯಾವತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 1/10 of 1 second. Passport matter. You can be think about your ideas. Internally language, Bhasha, the language that you use to the talking is matters a lot. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ತಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಗೋ ಟು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ನಾಳೆ ನಾನು ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅವ್ರು ಇಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ಥರ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಭಾಷೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇವತ್ತು ಯುವರ್ ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್. ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 6 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದೆ ಹೋಟ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ. 6 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಎದ್ದು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. PowerPoint books ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು I have to prepare myself. Don't go just like that. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. That is overconfidence. Overconfidence is ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. So ಪೂರ್ವ ತಯಾರಿ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. For anything, ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಲ್ಲ, for anything ಪೂರ್ವ ತಯಾರಿ. ಹುಡುಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಸ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪೂರ್ವ ತಯಾರಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೈಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಂಬಳ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬೈಕ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಹುಡುಗ ನೀನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. Have come to interview me to know me or to know my salary? Get lost. No interview. You are asked, how are you? How is it? Something else. First, two emotional questions. First, salary. Is interested in my salary than me. Not salary, than me. ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳೋದು salary because ಒಂದು ಹುಡುಗಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸರಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಯಾರಿ ಆಗೋದು. ಹೌ ಟು ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಟಾಕ್ ಟು ಎ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಆರ್ ಎ ಬಾಯ್. That decides whether you are going to have engagement or not. Otherwise nothing. So I have to improve research ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So ಈ language ಬಹಳ ಭಾಷೆ ಮಾತೃಭಾಷೆನೇ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಯಾರು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Language that you speak should be very clear and simple. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವನ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೂಡ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. ಕಠಿಣವಾದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್, ಕ್ಲಿಷ್ಟವಾದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ they don't answer. They have no type to answer. They have no business to answer your question. If you want to explain your question in 2-3 minutes, you take more time to explain questions, then you will get answers. So the language that you use in questionnaire and interview method, it should be simple and clear. ಕಬ್ಬಿಣದ ಕಡಲಾಗಬಾರದು ಕನ್ನಡ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕನ್ನಡ, ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್, ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ತೆಲುಗು, ಮಲಯಾಳಂ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಆನ್ಸರ್. ನೀವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೋಗ್ತಲೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಎಲ್ಲಿಯವ್ರು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾರು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಜಾರು. ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಗೋ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ ಪೇಷನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೂ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. The patience you read 35 pages question there and there. You need patience to ask those questions and get back the answers to those 45-page questions. 1 hour ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು 20-30 pages. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, the students, researchers go for close-ended questions. Yes, no, take. ಬರೆಯಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Not in the word they write. Close-ended, only this. You don't find one word of any language because easy you have an option to tick. You have to survey with ticks only. That will become your stick. Ticking out. ಏನು ಬರೆಯೋದಪ್ಪ ನಾನು ರಿಸರ್ಚರ್ 3 ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚರ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡೇಟಾ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ದ ಡೇಟಾ. In the data, qualitative analysis. So any research should have both qualitative and quantitative analysis. So blend, yes, please.
Sir, data we have collected from interviews, how to present in our report. Sir, data that we have collected from interviews from professionals,
Interviews, yeah, okay.
How to present in our report? Present in our report.
Yeah, correct.
Whether we mention their name, designation like this.
See, you are explaining about the literacy program. Okay. In Kerala, there are these people's planning. In Kerala, people's planning is a very popular program. You are from Kerala, no?
Yes.
So people's planning is there. You collect data from the empirical field about the planning. But you interview a minister of the rural panchayat. So he gives whatever he gives. You have to tell them about what's happening in the field. He will respond to that field data. So he may praise, he may reject us. But when you analyze your data collected from the field, you add in the footnote. Footnote is the research ಅಲ್ಲಿ footnote ಅಂತ. ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೀ note ಅಂತ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. When we were doing research, we used to have footnotes. If the answer is related to your observations in the field observations, you bring in support of this. In support of this observation, when we include the minister for source, we also felt like that.
Supplementary information.
Yes, sir.
It is called supplementary information, additional information related to that.
So you give details in the note, not interview date, everything you are providing. Interview date, also data is very important. Interview date, that will be authentic. So when I interviewed the minister, it should be note with that. The ministers, in this connection, minister also spoke of in favor of this issue. Interview with minister also. Also, you must have read in a paper. You give paper details. The similar article there was taken around about this. You give a page, date, paper, name of the paper, date, and the pages. This only supports your empirical things. They are general observations. So suppose if your data is coming in favor of what you are expecting, if the ministers or whoever you are interviewed, if you also speak in favor of that supports your analysis. So it becomes authentic. Though it may be subjective, but it's authentic because you have gone to the field, interviewed, for that to substantiate you have to give these details. Footnotes. The column legal footnote. So don't bring it into the main. That's why people do literature review. Literature review they do, how they will forget, that is a different issue. But you have to bring in footnotes. Footnote culture कमी आ गई है. Footnote है वो.
You people won't collect additional information, additional data, additional information. You ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
Footnotes ನೋಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಬೇರೆ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, thesis footnotes ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ footnotes ಜಾಸ್ತಿ.
So that may be a qualitative information.
Now thesis
Your data will give quantitative data.
My
You
thesis
can prepare
says
and do the
footnotes.
percentages, that is quantitative. Suppose some statement that will be qualitative information. You develop that into, you write one paragraph of that, one statement. That is qualitative information.
You read books, theses in the libraries available, articles, how they give footnotes, references have changed right now. Earlier we used to write in the end even details of author. Now we give only author and the year, page number. So if you quote, you have to give page numbers. If you don't quote, just Devendra Babu to will default. But if you quote from his book, you have to give the page number. The details we get in the references. So they also mistake to bibliography and references. Bibliography, references. They also call select references. What is the difference here? There are bibliography, there are references, they will have select references in the end of your article, of thesis, and what is that?
So bibliography is set of bibliography is the research paper from selected authors, particular subjects. A particular area.
References?
References is like what we cite.
Huh?
Whatever we cite. Whatever
See, observe.
cite.
Citations.
Any other observations? What is bibliography? Somebody is already, madam, you have to give a case, please.
So references means if we are studying on particular topic, if we want the concept from the author already written. So if we are taking that content as it is to our research, we have to write it in the double quote and we have to, at the end of that, we need to give in-text citation, and lastly we have to give the reference. If we are taking the content, we make some paraphrasing there, then also we have to give the reference, that is called reference. When it comes to bibliography, related to our topic, we just see that, but we will not take it as it is, we will just refer it, and we have to give the respect to that particular content which has already taken place, we have to mention it in the bibliography, sir. And I do not know about that the select reference.
It's good. Give a good clap. Good. The bibliography doesn't say that you are referred. You simply list out related books available. Even the bibliography goes to 200 authors, 150 authors. Some people have 20 pages also. So that is only a general reading for them. You are read or not read, that's not. References you have referred. So in your thesis you put the author name, bracketally, author and year. If it is quoted, it is page number you have put. So otherwise good. Some people just put that author and name, but they may not be referred as sometimes. So some people nowadays would select references. Only they selected 8, 10 books. Only 5 references you find, not 20 or 30. So bibliography is too general. References is referred in your thesis or article. Some people just refer it. You read any article, first page will have a lot of references. Just author and year. Your name and the year. But the page number is given, page 20. That is, you got the quote. Like this. Quote and unquote. They should come. Nowadays we have this problem of plagiarism. Plagiarism will identify how many books you have referred and not quoted. Copied. Very interesting plagiarism.
Copied and not acknowledged.
Not acknowledged. So it happened in Isaac. The author is sitting in the meeting. Doctor comes to meet. The student is submitting the presentation. The author is worried. Looks like my copy. No reference. Anyway, we had a doctor committee meeting. So one girl bombarding was going there. The author, one of the members was the author of a particular article. She told me, the sitting next to me, she referred my article. I was feeling, maybe, but she had not. No way my name comes. She turned me around in the end to see whether at least reference is there. At least name should be there. No name. She objected. This is simply copied version of my article. I will not support. You see the flight of a girl, about student. They complete disorder. So then you have to come back. Representation. Give 15 days time to read. It happens before the authors. So plagiarism is like that, simply copy and paste it. Copy paste it. Copy paste. Don't do that. Copy paste is not a research. What happens now? We read a lot of it. So our days there are no copy paste ones. Our days you have to go to library, take those notes, come back, write and type it all. Now you directly type, and if you are finding problem, now you have ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an AI technology. You put the issue, there will come and paste it. So what happens, when you record means, when you explain your own words, your English will be different. The language will be different from the what you are written and what you are pasted. I can make difference about it. In your language, there will not be a lot of grammatical mistakes, but in the pasted version, perfect English. If I know about you, your language and the, I will be worried. First page was so beautifully written. Second page, horrible. So I will make out is the first page is a copied version, second page original letter. reject it. It happens, it is happening also. So you have to be very careful when you are copying and pasting. Some people very smartly they write from their own way. You read and write in your own way. You don't want to give references, but don't do that. If you are a good researcher, read, take notes, and quote. You have to quote. As he says, as he observes. If you don't want to quote, if you know that he has written something, you put only the author and here, not take only the
ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಎರಡು ಮನಸ್ಸು ರಿಸರ್ಚರ್ಸ್ಗೆ. ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಒರಿಜಿನಾಲಿಟಿ. ಐ ಫೌಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್, ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ನ್ಯೂ, ಐ ಫೌಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್, ಅದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರೋ ಹೊಸದು ಏನಾದರೂ ತರಬೇಕು ನನ್ನ ಥೀಸಿಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಯು ಯೂಸ್ ಅದರ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್, ಇದು ಓದ್ತೀರಾ, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಾ. ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್. ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಥೀಸಿಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 80% ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇರೋದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮದು ನಮ್ಮದು ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ದು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದ್ದರೆ ಒಂದು 5% 10% ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ 8% ಬೇರೆದನ್ನ ವಿತ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬರಿತೀವಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ರೈಟ್, ಅದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ. ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸಮ್ 10% 20% ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಓನ್ ಗ್ಯಾದರ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ಅದು ಅಷ್ಟು ದಟ್ ಮಚ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್.
Sometimes theses cannot be written without references. It should be referred. Then only they come to know that he is a wide knowledge of issue. You must refer, but reference should be logically made with your own explanations. These references support your understanding, your analysis of it. So if it is second data, no problem. But empirical data needs some support. So recently in Bangalore, St. Joseph College students, they submitted reports of their yearly report, dissertations, just copied from ChatGPT. All students did that. They are worried management, what is going on? They are simply copying from the system and give reports. So now they have made a strategy. They are asking, go to field, go to WhatsApp board, go to Kaveri board, go to Kaveri, the corporation BBMP, go and collect data and write. They said no references. We want to know how you write. But you go physically, go to the field, go to the office, collect data, write and give it. Then only give marks. So then originality comes. When you go to field, I will ask you go to what is Dharwad Corporation, meet, give a report tomorrow, 3 days. You have to write. You don't get data from the field, the names of the people. So you have to. So now they have a strategy report. You go to field, collect data and write report. We don't want this copy paste. So otherwise there is no originality. They will not come to know whether you have skills of writing, whether you write well or not, the language that you use, all these things. There are shortcuts are there. But we don't want to support those shortcuts. There are many shortcuts and many things are more shortcuts only. So the last point that I am putting here is that time was off. So for all these things, research literature is very, very important. They are being second data, empirical data. Don't say empirical data without theoretical framework. You need a theoretical framework, normative framework in research. Otherwise, you cannot do research. Theoretical research, literature. Literature review. This is must. That is missing in nowadays. ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್. ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. Nobody can do research just like that without doing something literature. Something, somewhere, some literature must have written on the issue. Whether locally or region-wise, nationwide, internationally, somewhere somebody must have talked about the problem. Irrigation, water problem, air problem. There are thousands of articles are available. So you have to be choosy in doing literature. So some people think that In empirical research, there is no need for theory. No need for theoretical framework. No need for normative framework. All those things. Simply you go to field some theory should support you. Then only the thesis becomes attractive. That's why we are chapter in your thesis literature review. So people a variety of literature review they do. Some people just put authors 2 lines they take from the book. Never book in a barata. Adine copy paste. Literature review. You go to first library, take now mobile they take photo. I have seen mobile they take photo, the paragraph, abstract. Abstract they put in thesis. They don't read the book first. When we were students in ISEC, you have to go to library, take the book, first the thing you write the author name, the title of the book, and you have to read the book. Next day you have to submit to the guide. We used to have cards those days, cards. You must write the details of the book. So if you are a good researcher, you must review the books. What is the latest book? Nowadays they make it as a passion. You know the requirement until you see we go to a university, everybody is done by of literature without knowing who is that fellow, who is the doctor, what is the doctor. Simply 10, 12 quick reviews, para, exact para. 6 lines means 6 lines. All other 6 lines. Some 15 pages. If you ask in the interview which book you have referred for this, they are written in the book. Simply they copied from the slab of the book. If you open back side about the author, about the book they give abstract. Up here, paste it. Put out the mobile. They will convert a word. So many formats are. You can convert PDF to word format. They will PDF, but the word format they convert, they copy it, paste. We have to give past them. That is the situation now. So that should not happen, at least among people, that you take seriously review of criticism. Why I am telling is when you get into the market like this, market is a market. You give lecturer, you go to some bank, this and that, they will test you. Recently I was in Bangalore University for expert selection committee of guest lectures. One gentleman entered a room, this like this. He was holding books, what was like this, entered. He was shocked. For a guest lecture, he has come with so many height books. He was shocked. What a gentleman we are getting today. For the guest lecture, 35 years ago. He had some 10 publications, 10 books, some 35 articles. Then we asked, let us see the article. International Journal of Sociology. Title of the journal is International Journal of Sociology and Political Science. ISSBN, nowadays anybody you can get in Gadag, Harvard, also they give journals. Only 2-page articles. Vaishnav was sitting there. 2-page only article. Introduction. First para, second para objectives. Objective includes methodology also. The third is findings. Fourth is conclusion. 2 pages. Journal title is International Journal of Sociology and Political Science. Can you see any article like this? If you see EPW or any standard journal, the minimum is some 8,000 words. Close to 12 to 15, 16 pages. Well referred, well. What is it? Published. Sir, you want publications? Marks, they give publication. 20 publications give 120 marks, you got it. But if you see the work market, he would not speak 5 minutes. We asked him to explain an issue on governance. Either Canada or Italy. That is the market failure. He was not rejected. No, he had how many publications? Why? Because the base is not done. They have not read anything. Simply copied, written, nothing and produced article. That is not research. If I am standing here, we are here because of your grounding was like that, our grounding. Our guide is to tear the page. क्या लिखा है भाई? ये English है. Is tear papers. I also used to be student tear paper. Take the Kushi. I did work to girl, now she is a professor of political science and this. Even now she tells you, sir, you used to tear the paper. If you don't tear, you will be happy. If you tear this, you think, why this fellow is teared? He says, one fellow said, rubbish. But you don't take them as negative. The guide said, don't take the remarks negative. This is for your improvement. Prof. Abdul Aziz was there. We used to tell, ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಬರೀತಾರೆ English. So, ಬರಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಹೌದು ಸಾರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಲೌಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಈ ಥರ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಓದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಹೌದು ಸರ್, to get excellent from him, it took us some almost 5-6 years. So we used to give for comments to him. Write an article, give for comments. He's so sincere. Next day he used to put it under the door. So we knew that he would put there. So when you come to the office, I said, first not the opening. You used to see something is there. Paper. So one day I opened the door. The paper was inside, almost gone, torn, must have pushed fast, full of negative comments. Sat half an hour, what is this like that, think about it. After 1 month, 2 months, again I reworked the paper. Again I gave him, sir, for comments. Aziz. So that was Sunday thing. He is so fast, he gave in the evening, morning, comments, with comments. So again Monday he came, I saw the paper a little open, outside. I read that, I did not open the door. I saw the top, he writes on the top. I read that excellent one. I thought. I was so happy to see that. Immediately opened the door. I did not open, I pulled the paper out and started reading his comments. At the top he wrote, excellent. After 6 years of working, both working, he trained us. He used to scold in English, sentence, half sentence, no full stop, no commas, nothing. What is this? Kannada no bear, English no bear. See, every language, all this comma, semicolon, very, very important. Plural, singular. We saw so many problems. So the writing thesis is very important. Your language should be, don't copy. There is your guide, there are your well-wishers, show it to them. Nothing wrong. I showed it to my wife once, my article. She is the editor. She is a copy editor, well-known for the company, Macmillan. I thought she will give some good compliments. The wife, we assume that as a wife she will give good compliments. They are all convent English. Was all government school, Kannada, English mixed. So after 3 days, it took 3 days. I was wondering why this lady is taking just for 15-page article. So one fine day she gave, evening, I came from office here. So she had kept in the teapot. She was upstairs. I saw papers here. So many corrections. What is that you use D like anything? D. This word D, pronouns English word. For everything you see D. English article so poor. A and D. You don't know how to use proportions, prepositions, articles, standard articles. I stopped reading. I learned things, but later I did not do her. Even though she is the editor, she does for companies online. she shows, see the English. She said social science people, they are very free in writing. D. Everything. D. They miss A, they miss am, they miss use standard article D. D is a very tricky word in writing. We feel these, if it happened, only D. If it is not happened, D should not be used. But use very freely. Because it is not our mother tongue, English. Use A and D freely. And you give to publisher, simply cut. She wrote, you people don't know how to use D. There are 100 D's are there, I think, 100 D. Now I don't use much, less. But still, they should be used in a perfect sentence. In perfect sentence, D is used. In Kannada also, don't take Kannada easy. Kannada is tougher than English. Grammatical Kannada is very, very important. I read Kannada thesis, so many mistakes. ಏತ್ವಾ ಓತ್ವಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನುಡಿ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. You write your own Kannada, very difficult. So this is to end. Boss has come. 150 you have finished it, sir. 150 ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯ ಇಬ್ಬರದೇ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯ. ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಾರೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ? 150 5 ಅಲ್ಲ 5:30. They don't mind 6 o'clock also. So I was ending my review of literature. There is very one small incident happened to Baba's knows. One lady came to me in my ISEC from Bangalore University, Political Science. She came and sat with me. Sir, I want to do research. What you are very good research. Right? So I want to do on PDS, public distribution system. Yeah, it's a good area. Sir, you know, nobody has done any research on PDS, sir. How do you know? I am telling, sir. I hate that, sir. Yeah, I myself have done PDS. Who told it asked? Why you say that such a confidence? She said, you know, he asked me, nobody has done a PDS in Karnataka. Oh, Karnataka, enter India. No, sir, very good. No, I have not found any article book to this level. So I don't want to disappoint her. Maybe, madam, I will give you 2 hours time in our library. Generally, I said they don't have students without the letter of guide institution. They won't have. So I will speak to the librarian. I will request him to give 2 hours to you in the library. Go to the back section. You just put PDFs, it will come. Okay, sir. She went. She came around 1:30, 2 o'clock like this only. She went and she came around 3:30 to my room again. She was like that. She came and I have seen the details. Sir, ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್. Sir, how many people have done research at PDS, sir? How? Sir, right, sir. Come on, sir. She written 2 pages of whatever she could see there. Books, articles. But you are telling no, they don't. Sir, sorry. Why I am telling you that? Don't assume that research is done by only you. You are the only researcher participator. There are people who have done somewhere in one of the world. So I told her, out of 20 that she written, I select 2 articles, 2 books, total 6. You review this and talk to me after 1 month. I just ticked it. She never came back. Now she is a lecturer, PhD in some Mandya. She met me recently at university. So, namaskar sir, Jankari sir, PDS andru. PhD ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅಂತೆ. ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್, PhD ಆಯ್ತು, ನಾನು ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ ಸರ್ ಮಂಡ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ತಂದ್ರು. I will not explain other things. how she got creative. So thank you very much for listening. I wish you all the best for your future career. Do honestly, take it as a passion. Just like you love, I love my wife. I love research. Panchayat Raj, I did 40 years of only Panchayat Raj because of my passion. So if you develop it as a passion, you don't bother only thesis submission. You have to excel yourself in academic, writing articles, Babu was telling, write articles, papers, Prajavani, anything you write, should write. So you cultivate the habit of reading and writing, and your market, you are welcome. Otherwise, take it. I thank Dr. Selling Swami for giving the opportunity. Also, Mary for almost 3 hours. Thank you. He's a young budding researcher. Independently also is growing. So that is very essential. So you take his guidance for references, especially in statistics analysis. He is a master.
ನಮ್ಗಿಂತ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್
ನಮ್ಮ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನ ಇನ್ನೂ ಡಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ
ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕು ಸರ್.